pressing. The taxpayers aren't on the hook to cover Silicon Valley Bank after regulators seize the assets of the failed bank.
Not a bailout.
That's Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre saying it's not a bailout. She said the money for depositors will come from the fees banks pay into the Deposit Insurance Fund, emphasizing this isn't what happened in the 2008 financial crisis. President Biden said investors of SVB won't be protected and the management of the bank will be fired. President Biden says he intends to visit Northern Ireland to mark the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement that ended decades of conflict between Ireland and Northern Ireland. He made the comments Monday in California in response to an invitation from Britain's prime minister. A powerful nor'easter is starting to hit the East Coast. Forecasters say the coastal storm will bring snow, heavy rain, strong winds, power outages, and coastal flooding over the next couple of days. Meteorologist Angie Lassman.
This is going to be impactful through today and even into early parts of tomorrow. We'll see difficulty traveling with heavy, wet snow falling and really strong winds. There's those winter alerts that are up for 23 million people stretching that area from Maine into parts of Pennsylvania.
Thousands of Ukrainian refugees who entered the U.S. through the southern border will be able to stay in the United States legally for at least another year. CBS News reports the federal government will extend the parole grant of Ukrainians processed at the southern border between February and April of last year following Russia's invasion. The FBI is releasing revised hate crime stats that shows an almost 12% increase in 2021. Lisa Taylor reports.
The increase shows 65% of them were racially motivated. The original release of the data, which reported a slight decrease in overall hate crimes, had low participation due to law enforcement agencies dealing with new reporting systems. New York and Los Angeles didn't contribute to the initial report.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Stealing Kentucky jobs, exporting deadly drugs into our communities, and now spying over Kentucky. China's actions are threatening Kentucky, but Kelly Craft has always stood up to China.
China Communist sanctions former UN Ambassador Kelly Craft.
Kelly Craft is the only candidate for governor with a proven record of opposing China.
This is a real issue with the fentanyl that China is producing.
And as governor, she'll launch a full court press to stop China in its tracks.
Paid for by Kelly Craft for governor.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's.
There's relief in the United Kingdom among the country's tech firms following SBC Bank's takeover of the British arm of the failed Silicon Valley Bank in London. Nina Maria Potts says following all-night talks between the British government, HSBC bosses, and the Bank of England, HSBC has secured depositors' investments at no taxpayer expense.
The speed with which this was pulled together signifies how important Britain's science and technology industry is to the economy in the British government's eyes. There was a real fear that some critical startups and tech firms would have gone bust if deposits had not been secured. The UK government is now saying that money in SVB is safe and secured. The Bank of England says no other UK banks have been materially impacted and the wider banking system remains secure.
Several migrants drowned when suspected smugglers capsized near San Diego. Immigration attorneys say new requirements mean migrants are getting more and more desperate. Lucinda Kay explains.
Anyone seeking asylum in the U.S. is now required to make an appointment before they ever leave their home country. They're supposed to use the app called CBP1. However,
there's a lot of technical complexities for people who sometimes just have a grade school education. They're unable to navigate that and be able to schedule an immigration interview for asylum.
Esther Valdez-Clayton is an immigration attorney in San Diego. She says this weekend's drownings reinforce how desperate families are to escape their countries. She also says the circumstances are unclear. These people may have been forced onto the boats for labor or sex trafficking, and they can seek legal help to bring those smugglers to justice.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is out of the hospital. His office announced that the Kentucky Republican was discharged Monday after being treated for a concussion and a minor rib fracture. McConnell was hospitalized last week after a trip and fall during a private dinner at a Washington, D.C. hotel. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Thank you, Michael. It is 7:05. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM.
HometownLive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. Time for your local news with Joe, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln Mazda, and the Bypass in Danville, and online at stuartpowell.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County may have to delay their potential Boyle jail construction. The Kentucky House recently passed House Bill 507, which would put a near 3-year moratorium on any new county jail construction if that county has to use debt financing for the project. The Advocate Messenger reports that Boyle would almost certainly use debt financing since the new jail would cost tens of millions of dollars. The House bill is something that Boyle magistrates spoke out against at their last meeting. The bill itself, which was passed last week, would ban building, constructing, remodeling, or making other physical changes to local correctional facilities if the remodeling is financed with debt. The Boyle County Fiscal Court was set to sign an agreement with Branstetter Carroll to design a new jail recently, but has since put that on hold. 12 downtown Danville businesses are participating in the city's brand new Danville KY gift card program. We told you about this earlier this month, that the city was starting up a new community-based digital card that could be used at local participating retailers. You can buy a gift card on the city's website for $5, $25, $50, or even a custom amount of dollars. That gift card is in good at, as of now, 12 different downtown Danville businesses, though the hope is that the program will expand to even more. You can find out more information on the City of Danville's website. That's danvilleky.gov. I'm Joe Mathis.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at stuartpowell.com.
Making people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stuart Powell.
Ford, Lincoln, Mazda. This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln, Mazda on the Bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Farmers National Bank has been helping local businesses since 1879. We offer checking accounts to fit your business's needs. Farmers National Bank accounts have many free services, and we can help your business save money and grow. Call us at 866-888-0220 and ask for Blake Mason, who can give you a free review. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Coel Collision Center in Danville on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver to take your vehicle to the experts. Coel Collision Center.
We got a slight chance of snow showers, giving way to a few flurries till about 10 this morning. Cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing, a high of 42. Widespread frost after midnight, otherwise clear, low of 21. Widespread frost before 10 a.m. tomorrow, otherwise sunny with a high of 50. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, low of 31. Thursday, partly sunny, high of 60. Wind gust to 23. Hang on to your hat and your hair if you got it. Showers Friday, mainly before 2, high of 55. Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 41. Mostly sunny Sunday, high of 41. Areas of frost on Monday, otherwise sunny, high of 49. Right now under cloudy skies, we have 30 degrees in Harrodsburg at 7:09. Good Tuesday morning to you. This is the 14th day of March. Radio Rick, thanking you so much for making us a part of your Tuesday morning on WHBN AM and FM, HometownLive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. Birthdays, anniversary, road situations in Harrodsburg, Mercer County, or Bergen, and song requests can now be done. Phone lines work again. 859-734-4321, 734-4321. That's also the number to register somebody for the DQ ice cream cake giveaway. We're doing it again Friday morning before 10 o'clock for those having a birthday between 11th and 17th. All he needs is a name and a phone number, all right? Birthdays, we have Gary Davis, John Tyler, Clay, Rocky, Sloan.
Hey, y'all, this is Neil McCoy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Neil. All right, kids, I'm going to give you for the second time now, DQ Today is Quiz Answers. All I need is you to remember one of them. Call me up after I call for it after Joe's local 7:30 news. And if you've not won this month, you can pick up a tasty treat from DQ where happy tastes good, all right? Today is, are you ready? It's Pie Day, not P-I-E, just P-I. Of course, it doesn't matter. Spelling in radio doesn't make any difference. National Potato Chip Day, National Save a Spider Day, Science Education Day, Legal Assistance Day, Learn About Butterflies Day, and Genius Day. That's a day I don't know anything about, so celebrate those accordingly. All right, here's your life hack. Want to get rid of a blood stain? Sponge the area with a mixture of 5% ammonia and 95% cold water, then wash like you normally would. Your positive thought says this: it takes courage to grow up and be who you really are and not try to be somebody or something you're not. Remember that, kids. We want you just the way you are, and we will get to Friday morning together, I promise you. We light that fuse and start another weekend together.
They call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Woke up on a groovy Tuesday. Everything is Tuesday. Feeling lightheaded and woozy. Tuesday afternoon is never ending. Tuesday's gone with the wind. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Tuesday's on the phone to me.
What have we got coming up? We've got Steve Bertram Sports on the way. We will have at 7:20 the Rooster Local Talent Showcase. 7:35 DQ Today is Quiz. 7:45 Good News from Jamie Dunn. 7:50 Harrodsburg Tires Tony. 8:20 our state senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. 8:25 James the Gardener. 8:45 Random Facts David Hopewell. After 9 o'clock news, we'll have Superintendent Will Begley from the Bergen School System. After 9:30 news, we will have most likely Tanya Schroeder with Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home. Right now we got Jan Brown. She's 69. It's her birthday. This song's called Louisville. Then Steve Bertram Sports on the way. Good Tuesday morning.
I've been waiting here in Louisville. Lots of time to kill, waiting here for you. And I've had to get a job in Louisville because my hotel bill was 6 weeks overdue. You called to say you were leaving, that Kentucky was halfway.
Jan Brown. That's called Louisville. She is 69 years old today as we celebrate her birthday. It's time to celebrate sports with Steve Bertram. We'll have your Rooster Local Talent Showcase coming up. Also, we'll have news at the bottom of the hour from KNN. We will have local news, your weather forecast. DQ Today is quiz, and we'll have the good news. And Tony coming in from the Harrodsburg Tire.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy to do business with us. Our team is dedicated to providing you with a hassle-free experience from start to finish. Whether you're in the market for a new vehicle or need to get your current vehicle serviced, we have you covered. Stop by and see how easy we make it at 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville or anytime at www.stuartpowellford.com.
Stuart Powell, Ford Lincoln Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with Sports. Kentucky versus Providence takes place Friday night in Greensboro, North Carolina in the men's NCAA tournament. The Friars are led by Bryce Hopkins, who left UK via the transfer portal last year. 6'7" Hopkins is averaging 16 points and 8.5 rebounds a game. UK is hoping to have a full complement of players after they've been able to scrimmage for the first time in several weeks. Tip-off is set for 7:10 Friday night for Kentucky versus Providence on Z105. The NCAA men's first four in begins tonight in Dayton, Ohio. At 6:40 in the 16 seeds game, Southeast Missouri meets Texas A&M Corpus Christi. The winner faces overall number 1 seed Alabama Thursday in the South region. In the 11th seed game around 9:10 tonight, Mississippi State faces Pittsburgh. The winner takes on 6th seed Iowa State in the Midwest region. The boys' high school basketball state tournament tips off tomorrow morning at Rupp Arena in Lexington. 12th region winner Pulaski County faces the state's number 1 ranked team in Warren Central out of Region 4 Wednesday night at 6. For the first time in center men's track and field history, the school has 2 athletes reaching All-American status in the same meet in the same year. Pole vaulter Logan Isaacs and hurdler J.P. Vault achieved All-American honors last week in the 2023 NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships at Birmingham Southern. Yesterday in high school baseball, it was Danville 10, Bergen nothing in the 12th Region All-A tournament. It was the first game for New Ads head coach Josh Lockery, who replaces the retired Paul Morse. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hometown Radio's Big Deals offer is out of this world. It's Cosmic Bowling. Experience bowling with an outer space-like atmosphere. Black lights, strobe lights, and pattern lights accent the hit music that beats over the speakers. The lights and music effects make it an out-of-the-world experience. It's all at Galaxy Bowling and Entertainment Center in Richmond. Go have a lot of family fun with our Big Deals Pizza, Pins, and Pepsi party. The party includes 2 hours of bowling, bowling shoes for up to 6 people, a large pizza, and a pitcher of soda. The retail value is $85. At Big Deals online store, get the Pizza, Pins, and Pepsi party for just $49. Yes, $49. What a deal. It's a big deal out of this world. Shop and save at Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net, hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Big deals at hometownlive.net.
This is Cindy at Sweets by Cindy in Junction City. We have everything from custom cake orders to cookies, fudge that we make here all the time, and we have cupcakes that you can just walk in and buy. They start at $1.50 each or $18 a dozen, but we can mix and match anything that you want to, and we can take care of about any sweet treat that you need. If we don't have it, we can sure come up with it. Visit us on our website, sweetsbycindy.com. Our hours are Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 1. Come on over to Junction City with us on West Shelby Street and get your sweet on.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8 Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
Harrodsburg Tire and Automotive is a full-service auto center providing a wide range of tire and auto care services. They provide customers with tires of all brands and sizes. Harrodsburg Tire and Automotive can accommodate vehicles from small cars to dually trucks. They offer a lot of auto maintenance services, including brakes, front-end work, alignments, engine repairs, computer diagnostics, tune-ups, oil changes, and so much more. North College Street next to Napa. Give them a call, 734-4563, 734-4563 for Harrodsburg Tire.
Throughout its history, Hitachi Astemo Americas has been synonymous with safety, quality, growth, and continuous improvement. Adhering to these core values has enabled us to succeed as an innovative supplier of world-class products to the global automotive market. With nearly 2,000 employees in Central Kentucky, we are dedicated to exceeding the expectations of our customers. Find out more about our opportunities at careers.hitachi.com. That's careers.hitachi.com. Hitachi Astemo Americas is an equal opportunity employer.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school softball Thursday night. It's at Center College as Boyle County takes on Scott County. 6 o'clock first pitch, a game we'll have on Z105. Couple of games on Friday night. First of all, Boyle County versus Anderson County baseball. 6 o'clock first pitch, a game we'll have on 103.9 FM WHIR. And the Cats open up the tournament against 7:10 tip-off. It's a 5:30 pregame. We'll have it on Z105, your home for the Cats.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Horn Home Supply, a trusted name for quality service and a fair price for over 40 years. See Matt Horn at Horn Home Supply in Harrodsburg, South College Street.
We've got a chance of flurries till 10 this morning. Cloudy through mid-morning and gradual clearing, a high of 42. Widespread frost after midnight tonight. Otherwise clear, a low of 21. Widespread frost tomorrow morning till 10 a.m. Otherwise sunny, high of 50. Partly cloudy Wednesday night and a low of 31. Partly sunny on Thursday, high of 60, wind gusts to 23. Right now under cloudy skies, we have 30 degrees in Harrodsburg at 7:23.
Good morning. I'm Larry Sanders. Welcome to Rooster Local Talent Showcase. A special thank you to our sponsor, Darren Ransel at the Barbershop in Harrodsburg next to the Minute Mark.
And Larry this morning has picked out the group Stone Wheel. They will be doing the song Mystified.
The Barbershop by Darren Ransdell is a barbershop that offers today's men a haven where they can sit back, relax, and talk sports, politics, or the weather. Located next to Minute Mart on South College Street in Harrodsburg. World-class service begins at the Barbershop in Harrodsburg. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 7:30 to noon.
Sleepless nights, maybe the devil smoke in your eyes. Lay in bed awake to find mystified, mystified. All these things, they just for show. I get the feeling that you'll never know, never know. Tongue-tied and locked up tight. to fall. Lost in everything, throwing shadows against the wall. Dancing on a string, she dances on a string. Dancing on a string, careful not to fall. Lost in everything, throwing shadows against the wall. Got you feeling insecure, lost your ego at the door. Not at all amazed to find just mystified, 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 mystified.
You've been listening to Rooster Local Talent Showcase. It's a service of Darren Ransel's Barbershop next to Minute Mart in Harrodsburg. You can be the next Rooster Local Talent Showcase star by bringing your music to WHBN Studios.
This is Parable's own Alyssa Ray. I got my start on American Idol. You can get your start weekday mornings 6 till 10 with Radio Rick on 99.5 WHBN The Rooster.
Time goes on, I realize just what you mean to me. And now that you're near, promise your love that I've waited to share and dreams of our moments together. Color my world with hope of loving you.
Chicago, Color My World. We celebrate the sax player Walter Perizader's 78th birthday.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Legalizing sports wagering in Kentucky, that's what House Bill 551 would do if it becomes law. For the second year in a row, such a bill has passed the House. Sponsor Representative Michael Meredith.
Not only have 6 of our 7 border states done that, but 46 counties of the 120 counties in Kentucky border a state that has legalized sports wagering within their borders. And you literally just have to drive across the county line or cross the river to go take part in their programs.
The bill now heads to the state Senate, where last year's similar bill was voted down. LGBTQ plus advocates and Louisville area Democrats banding together on Monday, denouncing two bills in the Kentucky legislature, which they say will significantly impact the LGBTQ plus community. State Representative Morgan McGarvey.
These bills aren't going to help anybody. All they're going to do is cause pain. Threatening to eradicate and eliminate transgender people from existence is hateful, it is disturbing, it is flat out wrong.
House Bill 470 would effectively prohibit gender transition services for anyone under the age of 18, while Senate Bill 115 would label drag shows as adult entertainment, prohibiting them on public property or where children could view them. Audio courtesy WLKY-TV. Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell out of the hospital. The U.S. Senate Minority Leader's office has announced he was discharged yesterday. The 81-year-old was hospitalized after tripping and falling during a private dinner at a hotel in Washington, D.C. last week. He was treated for a concussion and a minor rib fracture. He's now undergoing physical therapy at an inpatient rehab facility before returning home. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's time for the news, all about your neighbors and probably about you. It's your local news, presented by
First Financial Bank.
Monday through Saturday.
What does it mean to believe in something, to truly support and get behind it, to be committed and invested in making sure it succeeds and grows? At First Financial Bank, we go beyond banking, providing resources for dreams that matter and giving back to projects that make a difference. As our family grows, our commitment to serve the community grows with it. First Financial Bank, because together, we're better. First Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Located in Harrodsburg at the corner of College and Childs.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County may have to delay their potential Boyle jail construction. The Kentucky House recently passed House Bill 507, which would put a near 3-year moratorium on any new county jail construction if that county has to use debt financing for the project. The Advocate Messenger reports that Boyle would almost certainly use debt financing since the new jail would cost tens of millions of dollars. The House bill is something that Boyle magistrates spoke out against at their last meeting. The bill itself, which was passed last week, would ban building, constructing, remodeling, or making other physical changes to local correctional facilities if the remodeling is financed with debt. The Boyle County Fiscal Court was set to sign an agreement with Branstetter Carroll to design a new jail recently, but has since put that on hold. 12 downtown Danville businesses are participating in the city's brand new Danville KY gift card program. We told you about this earlier this month, that the city was starting up a new community-based digital card that can be used at local participating retailers. You can buy a gift card on the city's website for $5, $25, $50, or even a custom amount of dollars. That gift card is in good at, as of now, 12 different downtown Danville businesses, though the hope is that the program will expand to even more. You can find out more information on the City of Danville's website. That's danvilleky.gov. I'm Joe Mathis.
What does it mean to believe in something, to truly support and get behind it, to be committed and invested in making sure it succeeds and grows? At First Financial Bank, we go beyond banking, providing resources for dreams that matter and giving back to projects that make a difference. As our family grows, our commitment to serve the community grows with it. First Financial Bank, because together, we're better. First Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Located in Harrodsburg at the corner of College and Childs.
There are no obituaries to report on AM 1420 and 99.5 FM WHBN.
That's the news for today, presented by
First Financial Bank.
Childs and College in Harrodsburg.
This WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Ransdell Funeral Chapel. Our goal is, and always will be, to provide the best value in funeral service available. Exceptional care from a trusted family name, Ransdell Funeral Chapel.
Thank you, Sonny. It's going to have a chance of flurries is what we're going to be looking at till about 10. Cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing. High of 42. Widespread frost after midnight, otherwise clear with low of 21. Widespread frost before 10 a.m. tomorrow, otherwise sunny, high of 50. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low of 31. Then on Thursday, partly sunny, high of 60, wind gust to 23. Right now, under cloudy skies, we have 30 degrees in Harrodsburg at 7:35 and a half. Good Tuesday morning to you. This is the 14th day of March. Radio Rick, glad to have you along on WHBN AM and FM, hometownlive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. Are you ready to win? If you have not won this month, twice this morning I've given you 7 things today is. All I need is one of them at 859-734-4321. And the winner will pick up a $7 meal of your choice from DQ, where happy tastes good, all right? So it leaves me to tell you we have another birthday, and the name is Christian Bush, 53 singer with Sugarland. And this one's called Stuck Like Glue. Are you going to do it or are you going to sit there? Okay.
Absolutely no one knows me better. No one that can make me feel so good. How do we stay so long together when everybody said we never would? And just when I start to think they're right, the love has died. There you go, making my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again. There you go, making me feel like a kid. Won't you do it and do it one time? There you go, pulling me right back in, right back in, right back in. And I know I'm never letting this go. I'm stuck on you, whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Some days I don't feel like trying. Some days, you know, I wanna just give up. When it doesn't matter who's right, fight about it all night, had enough. You give me that look, I'm sorry, baby, let's make up. You do that thing that makes me laugh, and just like that, there you go, making my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again. There you go, making me feel like a kid. Won't you do it and do it one time? There you go, pulling me right back in, right back in, right back in. And I know I'm never letting this go. I'm stuck on you, whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa, whoa, you almost fell out, two stuck together from the ATL. Whoa, whoa, feeling kinda sick. Just a spoonful of sugar, make it better real quick. I say, whoa, whoa, what you gonna do with that? Whoa, whoa, come on over here with that sugar, sticky, sweet stuff. Come on, give me that stuff. Everybody wants some melodies that get stuck up in your head. Whoa, whoa, 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 stuck like glue. You and me together, say it's all I wanna do. I said, there you go, making my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again. There you go, making me feel like a kid. Won't you do it and do it one time? There you go, pulling me right back in, right back in, right back in. And I know I'm never letting this go. There you go, making my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again. There you go, making me feel like a kid. Won't you do it and do it one time? There you go, pulling me right back in, right back in, right back in. And I know I'm never letting this go. I'm stuck on you, whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue.
That is Sugarland, Stuck Like Glue, as we celebrate singer Christian Bush is 57 3rd birthday. There you go. All right. So we've got a winner, too, by the way, for the DQ Today Is quiz. Rosetta Huffman called, said it's Pie Day. That's correct. It's also National Potato Chip Day, National Save a Spider Day, Science Education Day, Legal Assistance Day, Learn About Butterflies Day, and Genius Day. So, thank you all called in. Thank you, Rosetta. Thank you, Barbara Montgomery. Again, we could not do this without your generosity for the DQ Today Is quiz. We'll do it again, same time, same station tomorrow. Hey, we got a newly crowned teenager. Her name, Alexis Simpson. She's 13 years old today. Wow. Happy birthday, Alexis. And she's our first registrant, too, for the DQ ice cream cake, by the way. All right, let's play another one by Chicago as we celebrate the sax player, and he also plays other horns. Walter Parazater, he is 78 years old. This one's called You're the Inspiration. Happy birthday, Walter Parazater of Chicago.
You know our love was meant to be the kind of love to last forever. And I want you here with me from tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Baby, you're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. Wanna have you near me? I wanna have you hear me say it. No one needs you more than I need you. And I know, yes I know that it's plain to see. We're so in love when we're together. Now I know that I need you here with me. From tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. Wanna have you near me? I wanna have you hear me say it. No one needs you more than I. No one needs you more than Wanna have you near me? I wanna have you hear me say it. No one needs you more than I need you. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. When you love somebody till the end of time. When you love somebody, always on my mind. No one needs you more than that. When you love somebody till the end of time. When you love somebody, always on my mind. No one needs you more than that.
Chicago, you're the inspiration. You're the inspiration that keeps us going 24/7 right here on WHBN AM and FM. We're celebrating sax player Walter Parazater. He is 78 years old today. And he plays some other horn instruments too with the group Chicago. So I hope you enjoyed that little visit back to the world of Chicago. Now we're going to the world of tech, and then we'll have the good news brought to you by Jamie Dunn's Shelter Insurance.
The Treasury Department says it will take steps to ensure all deposits with a failed tech industry banker will be paid in full. Silicon Valley Bank depositors will have access to all of their money starting today. Facebook's parent company, Meta, is looking into a new social media platform that may rival Twitter. Tennessee's lieutenant governor is apologizing for his behavior on social media. Screenshots had surfaced of Republican Randy McNally commenting on several suggestive pictures of a man on Instagram, including one showing some of the man's backside. SpaceX is celebrating another successful mission. The Dragon capsule splashed down Saturday off the coast of Florida, bringing 2 NASA astronauts, another from Japan, and 1 Russian cosmonaut back to Earth. That's your tech report. Trey Thomas, NBC News Radio.
Thank you, Trey. Well, at least they don't cut you off. All right, here's the good news. A 69-year-old in Colorado named Shirley Bennett is happy she got called for jury duty last month because it saved her life. She was at the courthouse when she had a stroke and collapsed with no pulse. Deputies were quick and able to do CPR. She went back to work last week thanked them in person. A dad in Australia jumped in front of a snake to save his 2-year-old daughter. It bit his foot, but he got to a hospital and he's okay. He thinks it was an eastern brown snake, Australia's deadliest type. They're venomous enough to kill small kids and sometimes adults. A 44-year-old guy in England named Chris Place signed up for the app next door last year to look for yard sale type stuff. He ended up chatting with a 42-year-old woman named Michelle Tooby. It turned out they lived right next door to each other. They had lived within a 10-minute walk their whole lives, but they never met. So they got talking, started dating, and now they're in love. And that's the good news brought to you by this man right here.
I'm Jamie Dunn, your local shelter insurance agent. We're your shield, we're your shelter.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
I'm Jamie Dunn, your local shelter insurance agent. We're your shield, we're your shelter.
Did you know there's only one full-service jewelry store in 5 counties? And it's not at the mall, and it's not a national chain or any box store. I'm talking about B&L Jewelers right here in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. This is Lauren. Our prices and quality cannot be matched, and everything you purchase from B&L Jewelers is backed by a free lifetime guarantee. The mall and department store folks make big money selling their guarantees to folks who don't know about us. We offer full services that can't be matched by anyone. Any type of jewelry repair or remount, or just answers to simple questions from a real jeweler on site right here in our store. We know that your jewelry is precious to you, so we do all of our repairs in-house and in an average of 3 days. We can take care of all your engraving needs, from simple plaques to major corporate logos, even those champagne or wine bottles for those special occasions, all done here by your trusted jeweler. We believe in treating our clients like friends, not like customers. We have a free 6-month layaway. We offer up to 60 months financing, 12 months same as cash financing, no credit check financing available as well. Why would you go anywhere else? B&L Jewelers is the only intelligent choice for all your jewelry needs.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
We know what that struggle is. We know how bad that is. We know all the damage and the chaos that we created in the past. But the important part is we can show them the solution.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Lease a new 23 GMC Terrain SLE front-wheel drive for only $219 a month for 24 months. $31.79 plus tax and fees and first payment due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M23220. Must trade current Buick or GMC lease. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online at boballenmotormall.com.
Let springtime bloom with $5 tans at Suntan City. For a limited time, try any spray tan or sunbed for just $5.
It's important to slow down and appreciate all the natural beauty in the world, starting with you. And when you can have any tan you want at Suntan City, you'll find endless ways to be your gorgeous, down-to-earth self.
Hurry in. $5 tans ends March 19th. Visit a salon today.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
It's here. It's open. It's what you need to get through your day. It's Starbucks, now in Harrodsburg, located at the Campbellsville University behind the clock tower. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Starbucks, it's the coffee for connoisseurs and the comfort for your daily tours. Starbucks in Harrodsburg.
At Lennox of Danville, we work with more than just trucks. From floor mats for your hybrid vehicle, shelving and lights for your work van, and even a hitch for your SUV. At Lennox of Danville, we work with all types of vehicles. No truck, no problem. Call us at 859-209-4033 or stop by at 935 Stanford Road and see how we can help you.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Radio Rick in the morning on WHBN.
All right, it is 7:52 and a half. Could this be Tony? Well, let's see.
Hello?
There is Tony from Harrodsburg Tire. How are you doing?
Good, Rick. How yourself?
Well, yeah, I'm better, but I'll get over it.
I can't hear. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to hear you here.
All right.
All right, now I'm good.
All right. Now, see, you're a working man there. Busy as all get out, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's something that's always said that if you see a lot of cars at a place that does work on vehicles, they must be doing something right.
Yeah, we stay pretty busy just about every day.
What are some of the most asked for tires that you carry, Tony? I know you carry a lot of brands, but what are some of the most commonly asked for?
Well, a lot of people around here, they're used to the luxury ride of a Michelin. Once you go to a Michelin, it's like driving a Cadillac.
Oh.
You don't want to go back to nothing else. So Michelin's the best tire on the road, hands down. So we have a lot of customers that have bought Michelin over here, and ever since they've had Michelin, they don't want to go back with anything else. So.
Well, you know, they have that old commercial that you have a lot riding on your tires and the Michelin Man. Do you have pictures of the Michelin Man around?
Yeah, we do.
There you. Did you come up with that?
No.
Oh, now come on, Tony. You got to learn to take charge and take ownership of stuff like that. Tony came up with the Michelin Man.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm gonna take credit for something I didn't do. Somebody smart come up with that. So.
Tony, people out there don't realize that though. That you didn't come up with it, pal.
Yeah, but I didn't. I ain't gonna take credit for something I didn't do.
Well, all right. I'm gonna have to learn you, as the old saying is, Tony. Well, other than tires, you'll do a lot of other service work too.
Yes, like I said, on my farm, service call stuff. Right now, we're getting ready to get into our busy season of coming out there in your farm and fixing your either front tractor tires or rear tractor tires or combine, like just different variety of tires out in the field that will take care of just about everything as long as it's within reasonable size. So
yeah, and if it's not just for farmers, if you walk out and you see you've got a flat tire at your home, to give you all a call. At what number, Tony, can they call you?
The shop number here is 859-734-4563.
Okay.
And like I said, we can come out and either put your sprayer on to get you up here to fix your flat tire, or we can come out and get your tire, see if we can fix it on the spot, or if we have to get a new tire, then we can order one, and several different things we can do. And even if you have a bad battery or something and you're in the town here, we can come out and change your battery for you right there too. So there's all different variety of stuff that we offer.
Yeah. A lot of things people, I think when they think of a business sometimes, like Harrodsburg Tire, you think, oh, they just must do tires, but you do much more than tires, and you really have to do more than that. It's hard these days to specialize just in one thing only, so diversifying yourself not only helps you all, but helps all of us as well.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of people thought we were just a tire shop for years, and that's why we started changing the name a little bit to Harrodsburg Tire and Automotive. So that way people knew that we did other stuff other than just tires. So.
And you all offer financing, too, so people, and it's an expense to get tires or get some work done, but you all offer several ways that people can help pay for their work they need, or tires.
Yes, we deal with Landmark Financial out of Danville there. We have an application here, and then there's a code you can just scan on your phone that'll just bring up the application. You fill it out right there while you're talking to us, or we started with Synchrony Financing. It's another kind of same option as Landmark, and then we also have Goodyear credit card, or what they call a Credit First Financial CFNA card that's Bridgestone Firestone that you can apply for right here at the counter and get approved within minutes. So several different options if you need financing available.
Yeah, and you've got a nice little waiting room area right there with a TV to help pass the time. It's comfortable sitting in there, so
absolutely.
You kind of give it
coffee every morning.
Yeah,
plenty of room in here for you guys to sit down and relax while you're waiting on your vehicle,
and that's just it makes it a comfortable place to just sit and relax and sometimes just get away. Hey, and one thing, Tony, we need to tell people to do, if they do come up there and go in the waiting room, leave the phone in the car.
No, yeah, they can do that too, but a lot of people just come in here, they get away from their significant other, just come in here to relax a little bit. We've had people tell us that several times, like, hey, I don't care to wait, because this gets me out of doing housework or whatever for a little bit, and I get to sit here and just wait in my car and relax, not have to worry about anything. So.
Wow. Come and relax at Tony's Palace.
Yeah.
No, that's really good if you just need to kind of get away and get a breath. That's pretty cool, Tony. Tony, tell everybody, how would you locate where you're at? That's the easy way.
We're on the north end of Harrodsburg going, out of town. If you're familiar with Wendy's and all that stuff, we're right across from Southern States.
Okay.
Same parking lot as Napa Auto Parts. So right down the road from Wendy's, in between the vet and, the broadband internet place down here. But like I said, same parking lot as Napa and right across from Southern States is the easiest way to describe it. So.
And what are your hours, Tony?
We are 7:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. Saturday, we are 8 a.m. to noon.
And you will keep everybody tired all the time, won't you?
Tired all the time.
Yeah, tired all the time. Well, Tony,
try our best. So.
Yes, it sounds like you've been busy, so I better let you get back after it again, and we look forward to talking to you again next week. Tony at Harrodsburg Tire.
Yes, sir. Really
Thanks, Tony.
you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. All right. Now, you should see who just wandered in right now. You know him as James the Gardener. Hello, James.
What's going on, Rick?
How are you? Hey, I got something that I kept for you yesterday. It was a life hack I thought you'd find interesting. At urnabius.com, you can buy biodegradable urns that contain a tree seed that are designed to get nutrients from your ashes. When you die, you can be turned into a tree.
Yeah, I heard.
Have you heard about that?
I heard about that with let's see, which funeral home comes in here?
Alexander Royalty. They'll be in today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I think I heard her talking about that maybe 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, that's interesting.
Obviously, I've forgotten about that. Wow,
right.
That is.
Yeah, that's interesting. You can go out of here and turn into a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess some people say they come back as different things.
Hey, why not?
Yeah. And why not keep it right here on WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, your community voice since 1955. We're on AM 1420, FM 99.5, World Wide Web at hometownlive.net. It's your savings store that's open 24/7. Goods and services you need and want. Save 20, 30, up to 50%. It's called Big Deals, and it really is a big deal to save. Hometownlive.net, click on Big Deals. We're also on CKYTV.net, Channel 2. It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The Federal Reserve will conduct a review of Silicon Valley Bank following its collapse. Brian Shook reports.
The central bank announced it will carry out a review of the supervision and regulation of the bank. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said the events surrounding the bank's failure demand a thorough, transparent, and swift review by the Fed. It will be publicly released by May 1st.
The president of Mexico says his country is safer than the United States. Lisa Taylor with more.
Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador made the comment as there's been criticism of security in Mexico following the kidnapping and killing of Americans this month. He claimed there's no problem with traveling safely around Mexico despite State Department advisories in place warning Americans not to travel to certain parts of the country. 4 Americans were kidnapped shortly after crossing the border into Mexico. 2 were killed and 2 others have since made their return to the U.S. I'm Lisa Taylor.
Southern California is bracing for another rainstorm today and tomorrow. The 11th atmospheric river of the winter is expected to bring rain beginning this morning that will get heavier as the day goes on. Some parts of the Los Angeles metro area could receive half an inch to an inch of rain per hour. And a nor'easter is hitting the East Coast. Meteorologist Angie Lastman says 23 million people are under winter weather alerts.
As far as the snow, really heavy snowfall rates, 2 to 3 inches per hour, especially in those higher elevations. We could rack up more than a foot of snow. Places like Albany, anywhere from 8 to 16 inches. Boston, 3 to 7 inches.
Forecasters say the coastal storm will also bring heavy rain, strong winds, power outages, and coastal flooding over the next couple of days. Today is National Equal Pay Day. It was established to bring awareness to the difference in pay between men and women for the same work. According to the Census Bureau data, median full-time earnings are $10,000 higher for men than they are for women. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Daniel Cameron is nice, but he's no strong Kentucky conservative. When the Biden administration tried to stop construction of the border wall, Republican attorneys general filed suit against Biden's woke agenda. But Daniel Cameron refused to sign. And not long ago, the real Daniel Cameron worked alongside the ACLU trying to eliminate felony charges for some drug possessions and even to eliminate cash bail. How's that working out in San Francisco? With drug overdoses killing thousands in Kentucky and crime rampant, who would we rather have leading Kentucky? A conservative grizzly bear? Or Daniel Cameron, Kentucky's soft establishment teddy bear? Paid for by Commonwealth PAC. P.O. Box 491, Lexington, Kentucky 40588. And not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Commonwealth PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The U.S. is entering a new partnership with the U.K. and Australia to arm Australia with nuclear-powered submarines. While meeting with the prime ministers of the 2 countries in San Diego, President Biden announced the U.S. will sell at least 3 and as many as 5 Virginia-class submarines to Australia.
We've developed a phased approach that's going to make sure Australian sailors are fully trained and prepared to safely operate this fleet so they can deliver this critical new capacity on the fastest possible timetable.
In the coming years, the nations will also work to develop a new state-of-the-art submarine to add to the United Kingdom's and Australia's fleets. The arrangement is part of a broader effort by the West to bolster navies across the Asia-Pacific region as China increases its military expansion in the seas around Taiwan. Former President Trump is taking aim at Florida Governor Ron DeSantis as his 2024 campaign is off and running. During a speech in Iowa on Monday, Trump ripped the fellow Republican over farm policy, claiming DeSantis often voted to cut subsidies for agricultural products, including ethanol.
He was very, very bad on ethanol, and he fought it all the way, and he also fought against Social Security. He wanted to decimate it and voted against it 3 times.
It was Trump's first Iowa stop of his 2024 presidential bid and came just days after DeSantis visited the Hawkeye state. Meantime, Trump told reporters earlier Monday that he probably regrets endorsing the former congressman.
I'm a sucker for you.
The Jonas Brothers start their week-long residency in New York City today. The group is doing a 5-night stint at the Marquis Theater on Broadway from today through the 18th. Each night will feature a different album, including their upcoming studio album that's set to drop on May 12th. Fans who attend the March 18th show will be treated to a preview of the band's upcoming album, which is dubbed The Album. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Regional Job Fair and Expo at the showroom later on this month in Danville continues to get bigger.
I believe on Friday the count was over 40 employers there. And I remember our last job fair at the showroom, we had people getting hired right on the spot. So if you know someone looking for a great job, send them to that job fair. We'll have 40 good employers there, at least.
That's Boyle County Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Jeff Jewell. That Regional Job Fair and Expo will be Friday, March 24th from 10 until 2 at the showroom with a live broadcast and cookout on the Hometown Radio Network. The Mercer and Boyle County Sheriff's Office is accepting donations for the Kentucky Sheriff's Boys and Girls Ranch. The Kentucky Sheriff's Boys and Girls Ranch is currently looking for items like fabric softener, masking tape, pine saw, contractor trash bags, spray sunscreen, eye and ear drops, first aid kits, and many, many more items. You can see a list on the Boyle or Mercer County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda is an update by Boyle County Clerk Casey McCoy on reapportionment, Road Supervisor Roger Johnson, and EMS's Mike Rogers. It's Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning, is open to the public, and will be live streamed on the Boyle County Media YouTube page. And cooler temperatures again today as highs are expected into the mid to upper 40s. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
April Ellis, 101 Business Solutions.
We offer what you need to get your business running. If you need help designing social media posts, we can do that. You need a paper towel dispenser installed, we can do that too. Checks and journals, pens, everything you need to keep your business going each day. That's what we do. You can just give us a call, 734-2726. You can email us at orders@come2101.com. You can reach us through our Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram.
Having problems finding that gift for someone's birthday, wedding, or any occasion? Then you need to go to Custom Promotional Products in Harrodsburg. They have personalized gifts for everyone on your list. Monogrammed scarves start at just $16. Also available at Custom Promotional Products are tote bags, purses, pullovers, jewelry, and much more. Custom Promotional Products carries a complete line of spirit wear for all local teams starting at $15. They're now taking orders for your team's letter jackets. Custom Promotional Products is located in Harrodsburg across from Papa John's. Custom Promotional Products are more than just a t-shirt store, and I mean it.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school softball Thursday night. It's at Center College as Boyle County takes on Scott County. 6 o'clock first pitch, a game we'll have on Z105. Couple of games on Friday night. First of all, Boyle County versus Anderson County baseball. 6 o'clock first pitch, a game we'll have on 103.9 FM WHIR. And the Cats open up the tournament against Providence. 7:10 tip-off. It's a 5:30 pregame. We'll have it on Z105, your home for the Cats.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by your Ace Hardware of Harrodsburg and Outdoor Power and Rental. Visit Ace Hardware of Harrodsburg for their winter specials, North College Street.
We've got a chance of flurries till 10, cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing with a high of 42. Widespread frost after midnight tonight. Otherwise clear, a low of 21. Be careful out there. It's going to be cold in the morning, too. Widespread frost before 10. Otherwise sunny, high of 50. Partly cloudy Wednesday night, low of 31. Partly sunny on Thursday, high of 60. Wind gust to 23. Hang on to your hat and your hair if you got it. Showers on Friday, mainly before 2, high of 55. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 41. Mostly sunny again Sunday, high of 41. Areas of frost on Monday, sunny, high of 49. Right now, under cloudy skies, we have 30 degrees in Harrodsburg at 8:09. Good Tuesday morning to you. This is the 14th day of March. Radio Rick and James the Gardener, glad to have you along on WHBN AM and FM, hometownlive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. Birthdays, anniversaries, road situations, and song requests can be done at 859-734-4321, 734-4321. James, we've got another DQ ice cream cake we're giving away Friday morning before 10 o'clock for those having a birthday between the 11th and 17th. We have Alexis Simpson. She is 13 years old today. Teenager. Okay, it's the only restaurant we have at this point. Now, birthdays, James. We have Gary Davis, John Tyler, Clay Rocky Sloan, and Alexis Simpson.
Hi, this is Reba McEntire. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you. Happy birthday to you. And chocolate cake.
All right. Does that do anything? Put it over in that other one there. Take that and put that and see if it's the headset or see if it's that. All right. Doing anything there? Can you hear anything? We're doing this live. James is trying to do some, trying to do some engineering here. All right. Try the other headset. See if it's a headset or if it's just that gadget there. In the meantime, while James is doing it, I'm going to tell him a life hack. Now, do you want to get rid of a blood stain, James? You sponge the area with a mixture of 5% ammonia, 95% cold water, and wash it like you normally would. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
And your positive thought says it takes courage to grow up and be who you really are.
Yeah.
Some people try to be who they're not or try to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. It's also true, James, that we will get to Friday morning. We'd like to fuse to start another weekend together. Now, coming up, let's see what we've got. Of course, we've got James the Gardener. At 8:20, our Senator, Amanda Mays Bledsoe, will be here. Random Facts at 8:45. After 9 o'clock news, we'll have Superintendent Will Begley of the Bergen School Systems joining us. And after 9:30 news, we'll have most likely Tanya Schroeder from Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home. Hang on, kids. We will get to Friday morning together. So sit back, relax, and watch the pictures as they fly through the air.
Back to work again. There's no more fun. Staying out all night and sleeping late was nice. I'm left with those. Back to work woes. I'll cry 'cause it's Tuesday. Long weekends are far too few. I return to my old work days. Long weekend, I miss you.
Vox Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
It was not a smooth season for North Laurel and star player Reed Shepherd. The defending 13th region champion had to battle numerous injuries and a difficult schedule designed to prepare it for postseason play that also showcased Shepherd's talent. North Laurel was only 19-10 going into postseason play and then only beat Harlan 55-52 in the opening round of the 13th region tournament when Shepherd scored 18 points but hit only 6 of 19 shots. It was a stunning score, but also was an obvious wake-up call for North Laurel. The Jaguars are headed back to Rupp Arena for this week's state tournament thanks to a dominating 70-33 win over Corbin in the regional championship game. That's right, North Laurel won the regional title game by 37 points over a team that won 23 games this season. The 37-point margin of victory set a 13th region tournament championship game record dating back to the first tournament 91 years ago.
Vox Views will return in a moment.
Put a little spring in your step. There's no better place than the Bluegrass State. And Kentucky's 45 state parks offer wide open spaces to play and stay, including private cottages and lakeside campgrounds. Plus, you can tee up at 13 nationally recognized golf courses, nestled in beautiful surroundings. Plan your getaway today at www.parks.ky.gov. That's www.parks.ky.gov.
North Laurel's gigantic regional title game win was a perfect way for McDonald's All-American Reed Shepherd to go out in his home area. The Kentucky signee had that rare triple-double with 13 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. He also had 4 blocks and 4 steals in that kind of stat-stuffing game that makes him so much fun to watch and why Kentucky fans should flock to Rupp Arena this week to watch him play. He didn't have a great game in Rupp Arena last year, but I would bet that does not happen again this year.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Jan Briscoe from Royalty Florist and Gifts.
I still do interior design, so we can help you out with from your home decor, or we have our own website, royaltyfloraldesigns.com. Go there and some of our own personal design that can help you select something that's just right for you. Phone number is 734-3339, 734-3339, and our website is royaltyfloraldesigns.com. So any of your major wire services that are out there, contact them, 1-800-FLOWERS, and they'll make sure that we get the order.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky versus Providence takes place Friday night in Greensboro, North Carolina in the men's NCAA tournament. The Friars are led by Bryce Hopkins, who left UK via the transfer portal last year. 6'7" Hopkins is averaging 16 points and 8.5 rebounds a game. UK is hoping to have a full complement of players after they've been able to scrimmage for the first time in several weeks. Tip-off is set for 7:10 Friday night for Kentucky versus Providence on Z105. The NCAA men's first four-in begins tonight in Dayton, Ohio. At 6:40 in the 16 seeds game, Southeast Missouri meets Texas A&M Corpus Christi. The winner faces overall number 1 seed Alabama Thursday in the South region. In the 11th seed game around 9:10 tonight, Mississippi State faces Pittsburgh. The winner takes on 6th seed Iowa State in the Midwest region. The boys' high school basketball state tournament tips off tomorrow morning at Rupp Arena in Lexington. 12th region winner Pulaski County faces the state's number 1 ranked team in Warren Central out of Region 4 Wednesday night at 6. For the first time in center men's track and field history, the school has 2 athletes reaching All-American status in the same meet in the same year. Pole vaulter Logan Isaacs and hurdler J.P. Vault achieved All-American honors last week in the 2023 NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships at Birmingham Southern. Yesterday in high school baseball, it was Danville 10, Bergen nothing in the 12th Region All-A tournament. It was the first game for New Ads head coach Josh Lockery, who replaces the retired Paul Morse. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Catch these real deals at your Napa of Harrodsburg store today. An instant rebate by a qualifying 5-quart API motor oil for $32.99 and get a Max Clean free. That's a $17.99 value. Now at Harrodsburg Napa, get a 1000A jump starter for $74.99. Napa 15W40 HD motor oil, $13.29 a gallon. Save $10 when you purchase a pair of exact fit beam blades and rear blades. Whether you're a pro or do it yourself, Napa has the right tools for the job. Your one-stop shop for real savings at your Harrodsburg Napa.
The hometown place where all the locals eat is the old bus station in downtown Harrodsburg. The fresh veggies and sides, the famous banana soft serve ice cream, all make it a great place to eat with family and friends. Stop in for breakfast or come by for lunch. Be sure to get a Titan burger or a Bulldog burger. And when the weather is nice, enjoy a meal on the outdoor patio. Specials every day. Call ahead for carryout. Located in Harrodsburg on South Greenville Street, the old bus station restaurant open Tuesday through Saturday 7 to 2. The old bus station in downtown Harrodsburg.
With spring in the air, you're ready to explore the outdoors. Come park it in Kentucky. The Bluegrass State's 45 diverse parks offer everything you want in a spring vacation. Hike a forest trail, paddle clear water, enjoy a horseback ride, or simply sit back, take a deep breath, soak up the sights and sounds of nature. What could be better than that? Kentucky residents can enjoy more for less with discounted rates for the best outdoor adventure, camping, lodging, golf, and more. Go to parks.ky.gov.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way. Large enough to serve you, small enough to care. Since 1984. Always on time with our professional team when we show up at your door. Residential and commercial, day or night. ADAheatingandair.com does it right. ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Arnold Family MedSafe Pharmacy, saving you on all your prescription drugs. Located on South College Street across from Pizza Hut. Arnold Family MedSafe Pharmacy.
It's going to be Flurry-ish, if that's a word, till about 10 a.m. this morning. Cloudy through mid-morning and gradual clearing with a high of 42. Widespread frost after midnight tonight, otherwise clear, low of 21. Widespread frost before 10 tomorrow, otherwise sunny, high of 50. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low of 31. Partly sunny on Thursday, high of 60. Wind gust to 23. Hopefully that wind doesn't blow the books out of any senator's hands. Right now, we have cloudy skies, 30 degrees in Harrodsburg at 8:20. Uh-oh. That applause must be only one thing. And we must have our state senator here, Amanda Mays Bledsoe. Could that be you that made an appearance?
It is me.
Oh, that you and this following of applause. I don't know what's up with that.
I appreciate it. Not everybody is following me around with applause.
Well, you can say at least, I got fans on the radio because every time I come on, I get applause. Well, how is our senator today?
Well, we are in the last 4 days of session.
Oh.
So I'm not getting much sleep and trying to do my best to read through all the material that's being presented. There's a lot of bills coming and working their way these last 2 days, 2-3 days.
Yeah, there's a lot going on and some things that some bills that have been passed through. What are some things, Senator, that you have liked that have got approved?
Well, there's some good things. APRNs being able to have accessibility to do some kind of pain medication with patients. That's been a long time battle that has come, which has been, I think, a good thing for healthcare. It will provide better access in the rural areas. I think some of the passing on some of the cleanup bills is good. The small winery compromise. There are 60 small winery farms in the state, and their ability, they weren't able to really sell their own wine very well because they're not big enough to do wholesaling. So the Senate Bill 28 allows them to sell up to 12,000 gallons a year from their own store in a conglomeration around from their own winery. That's a great bill. It's going to provide some accessibility and growth for some farmers and makes good sense. I think there's a lot of really big issues that we're trying to find compromise on that probably still could use some work.
Yeah.
So all six that I sponsored have been passed through the Senate. And I now have 4 of them that have gone through House committees. So that's positive. I have 2 more to go. Hopefully all 6 of those will get a full reading in this session and pass. So I'm really proud of the work I personally have sponsored, which is mostly good government, healthcare, and I'm excited about those. And there's a lot of others that are this last week. We're seeing that the challenge, I think, with legislation is we may pass something in the Senate, it goes to the House, it's changed, it comes back in different forms, and then you have to decide, well, how much of a bill are you willing to support if it's not everything you want? Or maybe it has some pieces in it that you don't like. We often say don't let the little the perfection, get in the way of the good. And that's really hard in legislation.
Yeah, I mean, you just take, for example, you take 3 or 4 people, friends of yours, and you talk about a subject, 4 of you most likely are not going to agree on the same thing. So, and you've got even more people in the Senate, in the House and everything trying to get pushed through different things. And like you say, picking things apart. And I don't want this or I like this. And you're trying to make the best decision for the greater good of the people.
You are, and you're dealing with a lot of issues that are exceptionally technical and detailed, and you're passing legislation that impacts people's lives and certainly impacts businesses. And we aren't experts. We're not medical experts. I'm not. There's a lot of conversations about solar and energy. I'm not an energy expert. So you're doing your best to read and understand and talk to different people on each side of those issues. And there's just limited time to do that. Once you see which bills are kind of moving, you say, okay, now I need to focus and get some help on these. And it is challenging. We've got medical marijuana and the regulation of gray machines today in committee. So there's a lot this week.
Yeah. Do you see, with those 2 subjects you just mentioned, do you see any movement now, or do you think that's going to be put off till next year?
I actually think the Senate committee will move medical marijuana out of committee today. I do. And I think that they have worked really hard to craft narrow legislation that is thoughtful. And for instance, I know people who are against it who have worked really hard in the legislation to find a way to get to yes. And I think this is a good indication where, is it perfect? No, it's not. Does it do a lot of what we had hoped it would be to keep it moving? I think so. So I think there'll be movement on that. Sports betting in particular just came over from the House. I think that got here late last night. So we'll see if it gets assigned committees and if there's enough support to do that. The other one, the one that's honestly just as much controversial is the barrel tax, the bourbon barrel tax.
Yeah.
And that was amended, the last one I saw. So we just got that one as well. And there's some questions about whether or not it was passed in the right way in the House. So, timing is everything. And I think the hardest part for me as a freshman senator, just to be honest, is I'm used to knowing all the deep policy behind the decision, being part of that process for a year and working through it. Short sessions are not like that. There's not a lot of time to spend, especially when you're new and you don't have the history. Some of these discussions have been going on the background for several years.
Wow. And
have finally come to kind of a resolution. And, I wasn't here for those years or this last interim. I think it does put, some of us is in that boat as, am I willing to vote yes for something when I'm not real sure it's, how comfortable can I be?
Yeah.
That's just me being transparent. That's what I'm working through as a freshman on these really big issues, especially with as many new counties that I have and working to get feedback from them. Really, where are you on these things? So I can be a good representation.
You represent a lot of different people now, a lot of different counties and cities, and it's a daunting task. Now, the thing that we have always heard here as lay people is how sometimes they stick bills inside something else to try to get it moved quickly, especially right here towards the end. Have you seen any of that going on yet?
I have. I actually have heard that one of the bills that I have over in the House, it's a Senate bill, is they may tack some things on to it they weren't able to get passed to send back to us. So, again, the shell bills or the bills that are filed to give us options to fix things, I think I don't like those. Yeah. I understand that sometimes you're working with different parties and you're trying to find agreement and you're not quite there, but you file it to keep the conversation going. I understand that, and I value that because it can be a good tool when used well. I think the challenge is, we're seeing substitutes pretty quickly and changes being made and trying to get something passed. So you keep working on a piece of legislation till you get a majority of the caucus to go with it. Means that you're constantly, trying to figure it out. And I think that's hard for me to follow. And I'm sitting here. It's real hard, I think, for the public to follow.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine how many channels this does have to go through. Because I'm sure that the average person doesn't realize, and I don't, because I've never been up there and seen either with with the state or with the Senate, seeing exactly what is going on and what has to go on. And you think, man, why does it take us so long? But then again, you've got people on both sides that have to get their opinions because you don't want a bunch of yes people, because sometimes we may get the wrong bills pushed through if everybody's just a yes person. Sometimes somebody needs to stand up and say, time out. We need to think about this. Have you thought about this? And the consequences of this could be here.
That's right. And I think it's the unintended. I was raising a point yesterday with some people about some of the unintended consequences that I'm just trying to play out in advance. And, the response is typically, well, we can fix these in the interim. We can pass legislation and then take the next 9 months to, I don't want to say fix, but to tweak, modify, see what some of these consequences are, and then come back and try to figure it out. And I understand that, I take some comfort in knowing that legislation can be changed and will be changed as maybe more information is found out, decisions are made differently. I see that. And I think that's even this year, there's been a number of bills that have basically gone back and kind of re-identified or tweaked legislation that was passed last year. So that's not uncommon. And it just, this legislation affects people.
Yep. Every decision, right or wrong, it's going to have consequences for someone out there.
Yeah, and just trying to be mindful of that.
You know what I like to do? You're done Friday with the short session, correct?
Yes, we'll go on the time for veto for 10 days, and then we'll come back and override any this year vetoes.
Yeah. What I'd like to do is one day when everything is all the smoke is cleared and everything is settled and done up there, I would like to have you come on for, maybe about 20, 25 minutes and just kind of have a little more time to be able to go in and maybe get some of the highlights of what went on and some of the things that you're hoping to see happen, to push, so people can get more of an idea of where you stand on things.
I would love that.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get that worked out here next week or so with you. And we have, again, some more time to go into detail because we're so rushed here. You've got things that, you're obviously your time is even more valuable now as the crunch time's coming up. So I think it'll be interesting to find out, being a freshman, your thoughts on what you saw and what you feel about things. And you'll be so much more ahead of the game, if you will, the next session next year. You'll see exactly. I hate to say how the game is played, but that's sort of the way things are. This is the way that things have to be done, and it just has to be done in these orders that it's been done before, and hopefully some of the things that you really want to see and stand up for will come through, and others we'll just have to see how they all play out.
I think that's where we're at, and I think the one thing that I've always committed to, and I want to be honest about, is, I'm not going to get it right every time. I'm not going to pretend to. So what I do promise to do is continue listening and continue trying to figure out where if I've not represented well, or if I was wrong on an issue, I'm open to be corrected and to be not changed like I'm wishy-washy, but I think this is all still a learning process, and we've got to continue to listen and talk to each other.
Yeah. And again, everybody look at both sides of everything too, to be completely fair.
Yep. That's where we're at.
All right. Well,
it's going to be a good week.
Yes, I think so. Again, we'll look forward to you having some more time, and we can dig into some more things, and again, get your thoughts and feel when you can take a breath.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe, thank you for your time, and look forward to talking to you again next week.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. There she was, James. Now, coming up, we got James the gardener, but you know what? We got Joe the newsman. How about that? Does that sound good?
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County may have to delay their potential Boyle jail construction. The Kentucky House recently passed House Bill 507, which would put a near 3-year moratorium on any new county jail construction if that county has to use debt financing for the project. The Advocate Messenger reports that Boyle would almost certainly use debt financing since the new jail would cost tens of millions of dollars. The House bill is something that Boyle magistrates spoke out against at their last meeting. The bill itself, which was passed last week, would ban building, constructing, remodeling, or making other physical changes to local correctional facilities if the remodeling is financed with debt. The Boyle County Fiscal Court was set to sign an agreement with Branstetter Carroll to design a new jail recently, but has since put that on hold. 12 downtown Danville businesses are participating in the city's brand new Danville KY gift card program. We told you about this earlier this month, that the city was starting up a new community-based digital card that could be used at local participating retailers. You can buy a gift card on the city's website for $5, $25, $50, or even a custom amount of dollars. That gift card is in good at, as of now, 12 different downtown Danville businesses, though the hope is that the program will expand to even more. You can find out more information on the City of Danville's website. That's danvilleky.gov. I'm Joe Mathis.
What's new at your Harrodsburg DQ? The Bacon Queso Cheeseburger Meal Deal. You get fries, a soft drink, and sundae, all of it just $7. Have a big meat appetite? Experience one of the signature stack burgers. Try the loaded A1 signature stack burger, 1/3 pound double or 1/2 pound triple. Bacon, 2 cheese deluxe. 2 cheese deluxe. Loaded A1 flamethrower, original cheeseburger, original double cheeseburger, or the original triple cheeseburger. Meet your match at DQ, where happy tastes good. Just who is this car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds? None other than Jenny Hogue, owner and manager of Car Express Wash in Danville. Jenny, how did you get started?
My owners wanted to sell the business. They offered to me first. October of 2018 is when I became the car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds. We are invested in making Danville a happier, safer, and cleaner community. Give the gift of clean this season. We have gift cards available and also monthly memberships. We are located in the Big Blue Building, Danville Bypass. Don't drive dirty.
There are no obituaries to report on AM 1420 and 99.5 FM WHBN.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Hi, this is Caraway and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check out our tax refund sale. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor. Get up to 35% off. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit. Come see Aunt Nana. You'll be glad you did.
Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
I want a steak and shake burger and fries.
Say what?
A steak and shake burger and fries.
Say where?
Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg at Campbellsville University behind the clock tower.
Say who?
Me, you, and any who that's looking for a great shake, burger, and fry. Open to the public. I'll sizzle you there. Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg behind Campbellsville University. You're welcome. I'm welcome. We're welcome. That's Steak and Shake. A burger and a shake makes life so great at Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg at Campbellsville University behind the clock tower.
Here's Robin at the Mercer County Public Library.
Right here at 109 West Lexington Street. Come and visit us Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Give us a call, 859-734-3680. And if you want to quickly get to a staff member, press 2. You do not have to pay fines. We just need the book back. Copies, we've reduced the price on that. Any size paper you have, whether it's black and white or whether it's color, it's 10 cents per side.
At the Mercer County Public Library.
Hey everybody, this is Derek Gray with the Mercer County Tourist Commission, and we are excited for the launch of our new app, Visit Mercer County KY. Head on over to the App Store, type in Visit Mercer County KY. You should see the new city logo with the navy background and the white H. Home screen here has attractions, food and drink, lodging, to-do, events, my plan, login, notifications, and tutorials. We are excited about the new app, and whether you're a local or a visitor, we hope this enhances your experience when you come to Mercer County.
This is Goldie Goldsmith McNary, inviting you to join me each week for What's Happening Goldie, a talk show that features interesting people about interesting things. We'll learn how to stay healthy and keep fit, and we'll explore the world of entertainment. So join me for What's Happening Goldie.
What's Happening Goldie every Wednesday at 10:05 a.m. and Saturday at 8:30 a.m. on WHBN 1420 a.m. and 99.5 FM.
This WHBN weather forecast is a service of Northgate Medical Group. Dr. Richard Dart, APRN's Mackenzie Record, and Virginia Morris are accepting new patients at 859-734-3482.
Thank you, Sarah. We got a chance of flurries till 10. Cloudy through mid-morning, gradual clearing with a high of 42. Widespread frost after midnight tonight, clear, low of 21. Widespread frost before 10 a.m. in the morning, sunny, high of 50. Partly cloudy tomorrow night and a low of 31. Partly sunny on Thursday, high of 60. Wind gust to 23. Right now, we have cloudy skies, 30 degrees in Harrodsburg at 8:40.
Comes to soil or compost, forget any other names. Listen to Gardening with James.
That's him.
I said Gardening with James will help your veggies grow. He's an expert on manure, spreads it with a hoe. If you're serious about your garden, tired of playing games, listen to Gardening with James.
You better.
Listen to Gardening with James.
And I mean it.
And here's your host, James Ross.
There is the man.
You the man.
What about this weather? 21 tonight for a low, and then we're going to look up at Thursday at a high of 60. It's crazy. Kentucky weather at its best.
Yeah, yes, we're getting some of everything within 2 or 3 days time.
And these the great, nice, soft winter we've had, our plants and trees and different things, flowers that think it's springtime. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, boy, they're going to get a shock tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, I keep telling them, hey, you better go back to sleep. Yeah. Because you stick your head out and somewhere along the line, frost is going to get you.
This is a false sense of security when we're having this. We call it Indian summer, but Indian winter. I don't know what you call it, but
we call it a fake spring.
Oh, okay, fake spring.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Fake spring's eternal.
Yeah, because a fake spring, it'll get you thinking that things are about to pop out in the sun. Because sometime around here, at the in springtime when it does turn spring, it might be 80 degrees like the first day.
Yeah.
But right about now it's like, okay, we'll give you 60s, maybe some 70s, kind of get you used to it. And then all of a sudden, like say, snow come in, just wipe all those good thoughts out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I refuse to cut my grass in March. Now, it's getting pretty thick in some areas.
Yeah, some of it's getting thick.
Because once you start it,
you can't stop.
It's every week.
Yeah.
Once you cut that first time, that grass is going to think, okay, it's time for us to keep growing.
Yeah, because it gets pretty happy.
And I don't even know if my mower will start.
Well, I guess it's a good idea to check it, before you.
If it's not going to start, I'm going to have to figure out some way to jump it. And I don't think it's very safe to jump it with a vehicle.
No, I think it's
not with a battery. That's too.
That's a little too much.
Yeah, too much juice.
Yeah, but I mean, even with the weather being kind of crazy, for me it's just a matter of picking the best day possible to do things.
Right.
And
like Thursday.
Yeah.
Partly sunny, high of 60. If there's some things you need to do outside.
Yeah.
It's a good time to go ahead while you got it. You kind of lay low, like you said. Today we're just looking for 42, which is not bad this time of year. But that 21, and then up to 50 tomorrow, and up to 60, and then 55 Friday, down to 41 for a high Saturday and Sunday. And this is the graph is just all over.
It's a roller coaster.
Yes.
But yeah, things are good with that. As far as like I say, it's just a matter of because if we would have done the soil down at Batewood on Saturday, which was probably the best day because it was really nice.
You're right.
And then, but then we couldn't get the group together until yesterday, and the temperatures with the wind chill, I guess it was like 35 or something.
Yeah.
But once we got busy, I mean. It actually felt pretty good because some of those guys, they was taking their jackets off after, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
How are you? Cold? Yes, ma'am.
Keep moving. Thank you, Jean-Ann.
But we was able to get, because had 10 people show up in the beginning. Then we had another Then we had another 8 about 3 o'clock. And like I said, because we had 10 yards of topsoil and 6 yards of mulch sitting on the ground, waiting to be put in there. And it took us about 2 hours.
This is Constitution Square.
This was
in Danville.
This was at Batewood Homes.
Oh, Batewood Homes. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you had moved up. Okay. This was at Batewood Homes itself, trying to get that all set up and ready to go for the residents there.
Right. Yeah. So, because the first one we had done was the Shepherd's House, and we still got maybe 2 loads of topsoil we need to bring there, and maybe 2 loads of topsoil at Batewood to have those complete. But like I told them, when it gets warmer, we'll finish it up.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just too cold.
Yeah,
so
it's too cold.
I said, but the hard part's out the way. Because like I said, it took about 2 hours, and it took like I said, 18 people to get it together. And I really appreciate those guys. They're from the Greek club, and some of them most of them played some type of sport like cricket or baseball or tennis or whatever. And they were saying that that workout we had yesterday was worse than what they do at practice. But they appreciated it because a shovel is one exercise, a wheelbarrow's another, and a rake is another, and because you get to use different parts of your body while you're doing this the whole time. And they said, now this is what you call a workout. And the folks at Batewood, they came down and they took a look, see how we was going, and they was pretty impressed with what the students did.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming up at 8:46.
Hello, everybody. This is David Hopewell with State Farm Insurance. Welcome to Random Facts with Radio Rick.
James, would you happen to have some random facts for us?
I do.
All right.
An estimated 93% of TV-owning Americans watched Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon in 1969.
I remember that.
I was at Tolliver, I think. Yeah, I was at Tolliver. Interesting side note, in 1969, 95% of the households owned a TV, and about 95% of the households do today. So not much has changed since then. So it's about the same amount of people have TV. There are 5 states that don't have a single city with a population over 100,000. Delaware, Maine, Vermont, West Virginia, Wyoming, and California has 76 cities with a population of 100,000 people.
Wow.
It's a lot of people out there.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. We had a lot of people out in San Francisco area, California.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like say, being from Danville, Kentucky, and going to San Francisco is culture shock. Let's see. Kid Rock refused to put his song All Summer Long on iTunes, but a karaoke version was available. It sold as many copies that it wound up being higher on the Billboard charts than the original. The karaoke version was 19th, and the real song was 23rd. Interesting. Koalas have 5 fingers that look almost like human fingers.
Continued on page 2.
Oh, on page 2.
Yeah.
Okay. It's in Let It Be by the Beatles. The lyric, Mother Mary Comes to Me, isn't about the Virgin Mary. It was about Paul McCartney's mother, Mary.
Oh, there you go. Interesting.
Didn't know.
I didn't either.
Gotta go.
You didn't know, gotta go. Michael Martin Murphy is 78 years old. This is his number 1 hit, A Long Line of Love from 1987. 8:48. You're getting on WHBN AM and FM. Good Tuesday morning to you.
Bought a beautiful diamond ring, offered it to the sweetest thing I know, and she said she would take it. Started making some wedding plans. She looked at me and she took my hand and said, are you sure we can make it? I said, my granddad's still in love with my grandma. I said, my dad still thinks my mom's the sweetest thing he ever saw. come from a long line of love. When the times get hard, we don't give up. Forever's in my heart and in my blood. You see, I come from a long line of love. Years went by and we had a son. Now he thinks that he's found someone for him, and they're planning a wedding. He called me up on the phone today just to see what I had to say to him. Did I think he was ready? I said, oh, what his grandfather used to say to me. It's been handed down for ages. It runs in the family. You come from a long line of love. When the times get hard, we don't give up. Forever's in your heart and in your blood. Son, you come from a long line of love. We come from a long line of love.
Michael Martin Murphy, Long Line of Love, number one for him back in 1987. He is today 78 years old. It is 8:51 and a half. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM.
Let springtime bloom with $5 tans at Suntan City. For a limited time, try any spray tan or sunbed for just $5.
It's important to slow down and appreciate all the natural beauty in the world, starting with you. And when you can have any tan you want at Suntan City, you'll find endless ways to be your gorgeous, down-to-earth self.
Hurry in. $5 tans ends March 19th. Visit a salon today.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
The hometown place where all the locals eat is the old bus station in downtown Harrodsburg. The fresh veggies and sides, the famous banana soft serve ice cream, all make it a great place to eat with family and friends. Stop in for breakfast or come by for lunch. Be sure to get a Titan burger or a Bulldog burger. And when the weather is nice, enjoy a meal on the outdoor patio. Specials every day. Call ahead for carryout. Located in Harrodsburg on South Greenville Street, the old bus station restaurant open Tuesday through Saturday 7 to 2. The old bus station in downtown Harrodsburg.
This is Dirt Racer Kenny Wallace. The Dirt Race is back at Bristol in 2023, and once again, it's a night race. It's the Food City Dirt Race, 7 p.m. on Sunday, April 9th. I want to see all my die-hard NASCAR and dirt racing fans there, so get your tickets today. Remember, this isn't just any old dirt race. It's a dirt race at Bristol, baby.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school softball Thursday night. It's at Center College as Boyle County takes on Scott County. 6 o'clock first pitch, a game we'll have on Z105. Couple of games on Friday night. First of all, Boyle County versus Anderson County baseball. 6 o'clock first pitch, a game we'll have on 103.9 FM WHIR. And the Cats open up the tournament against Providence. 7:10 tip-off. It's a 5:30 pregame. We'll have it on Z105, your home for the Cats.
We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. Sit quietly and we will control all that you hear. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to...
Radio Rick in the morning on AM 1420 and 99.5 FM, WHBN The Rooster.
We're going to try to do something here.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Oh,
automatic
no.
voice message system.
Okay, I'm not going to do that, give the phone number out, but I'm going to do this. Let's see.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, Barbara. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, whew. Okay. All right. Happy birthday, Barbara. Okay, Barbara Montgomery from DQ. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to try something. Let's see if this will work. D. All right, let's see if this will work. We've got another person having a birthday. It's 8:55 and a half. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM. Nobody's going to answer the phone this morning. You must know something. You know something's up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Okay, I'm not going to give that one out either, but I'll do the same thing again. This is Clay.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Happy birthday, Clay Rocky Sloan.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, thank you. That's enough. Whew. Happy birthday, Rocky.
I've been looking at people and how they change with the times. And lately all I've been seeing are people throwing love away and losing their minds. Maybe it's me who's gone crazy, but I can't understand why all these lovers keep hurting each other when good love is so hard to come by. So what's the glory in living? Doesn't anybody ever stay together anymore? And if love never lasts forever, tell me what's forever for? And I see love-hungry people
The other number one hit for Michael Martin Murphy, What's Forever For? That was number one, 1982, as we celebrate his 78th birthday. We have got, after top of the hour news, Will Begley, superintendent of Bergen Schools, joining us. And then we will have, after that, we will have 9:30 news. We'll have Alexander Rhodey Funeral Home, probably Tanya Schroeder, joining us right here on WHBN Harrodsburg, the Rooster, your community voice since 1955, AM 1420, FM 99.5, hometownlive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Financial experts are telling U.S. consumers not to panic after recent bank failures. California's Silicon Valley Bank failed on Friday, and that was followed by the closure of New York-based Signature Bank on Sunday. It all started, however, with the collapse nearly a week ago of Silvergate Bank. Most money managers say the banks that failed are specialized, and the FDIC will make all depositors cash good. President Biden told the country yesterday there is no need to worry.
Americans can rest assured that our banking system is safe. Your deposits are safe. Let me also assure you, we will not stop at this. We'll do whatever is needed.
A powerful nor'easter is rolling into the East Coast. Forecasters say snow, heavy rain, strong winds, power outages, and coastal flooding will pound the region. More than 20 million people are under winter alerts. More from Emily Aketa.
The slow-moving storm bringing wet snow, rain, and blizzard-like winds. It's expected to impact more than a dozen states through Wednesday and already canceling hundreds of flights. Governors declaring states of emergency in parts of New Jersey and New York.
In New York, Scott Pringle.
Governor Kathy Hochul, she's warning of widespread power outages because of very strong wind gusts.
This is not the light, fluffy, pretty Christmas snow. This is going to come down like a brick. And it is that weight that causes the problems.
Could be a rough afternoon commute in New York City and Long Island because of possible flooding issues from lots of rain.
President Biden will visit the Los Angeles area today. Phil Hewlett with a preview.
Among his stops is the city of Monterey Park, where he will discuss efforts to reduce gun violence. On January 21st, 11 people were shot and killed when a man opened fire inside a dance hall during a Lunar New Year celebration. Biden welcomed Brandon Say, the man who wrestled the gun away from the alleged shooter, to Washington, D.C. to be in attendance during the State of the Union address.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Stealing Kentucky jobs, exporting deadly drugs into our communities, and now spying over Kentucky. China's actions are threatening Kentucky, but Kelly Craft has always stood up to China.
China Communist sanctions former UN Ambassador Kelly Craft.
Kelly Craft is the only candidate for governor with a proven record of opposing China.
This is a real issue with the fentanyl that China is producing.
And as governor, she'll launch a full court press to stop China in its tracks.
Paid for by Kelly Craft for governor.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
Several migrants drowned when suspected smugglers capsized near San Diego. Immigration attorneys say this is one more tragedy that shows migrants are getting more and more desperate to leave their countries.
To be able to proceed and bring the people responsible for this to justice, that's really what it's going to take, to be able to disrupt those human traffickers.
Esther Valdez-Clayton is an immigration attorney in San Diego, and she says the circumstances are unclear around Saturday's suspected smuggling. These people may have been forced into boats for labor or sex trafficking, and they can seek legal help to bring smugglers to justice. She says the frustration level is high, as anyone seeking asylum in the U.S. is now required to use an app to make an appointment before they ever leave their home country. However, she says many migrants don't have a phone or access to Wi-Fi, and they don't have the education to understand how to navigate the app. Lifeguards responded to a 911 call saying 2 boats capsized with 15 people. 8 bodies were recovered. 3 years after the start of the pandemic, and most Americans say their lives are still not back to normal. Rory O'Neill reports.
Only a third of Americans say their lives are completely back to normal since the start of the pandemic. Nearly half tell Gallup they never will be. There's a political divide in the poll, with more Republicans than Democrats perceiving that the pandemic is over. Right now, just a quarter of Americans are still concerned about contracting COVID-19. I'm Rory O'Neill.
Drake is hitting the road for the first time since 2018. Trey Thomas with more.
21, can you do something for me? Can you hit a little rich flex for me?
The Canadian rapper will be joined by 21 Savage as the pair treks across North America for their It's All a Blur tour. It begins in New Orleans on June 16th and ends on September 5th in Glendale, Arizona.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County may have to delay their potential Boyle jail construction. The Kentucky House recently passed House Bill 507, which would put a near 3-year moratorium on any new county jail construction if that county has to use debt financing for the project. The Advocate Messenger reports that Boyle would almost certainly use debt financing since the new jail would cost tens of millions of dollars. The House bill is something that Boyle magistrates spoke out against at their last meeting. The bill itself, which was passed last week, would ban building, constructing, remodeling, or making other physical changes to local correctional facilities if the remodeling is financed with debt. The Boyle County Fiscal Court was set to sign an agreement with Branstetter Carroll to design a new jail recently, but has since put that on hold. 12 downtown Danville businesses are participating in the city's brand new Danville KY gift card program. We told you about this earlier this month, that the city was starting up a new community-based digital card that could be used at local participating retailers. You can buy a gift card on the city's website for $5, $25, $50, or even a custom amount of dollars. That gift card is in good at, as of now, 12 different downtown Danville businesses, though the hope is that the program will expand to even more. You can find out more information on the City of Danville's website. That's danvilleky.gov. I'm Joe Mathis.
If you're looking for a better dental experience, Dr. Jennifer Nichols' goal is always to provide each and every patient with the very best dental care in the most genuine and caring manner possible. Their office is a friendly atmosphere that will immediately put your family at ease. Their professional staff will help you feel welcome and comfortable every time you enter their office, as they strive to provide the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle and efficient way. For an appointment, visit Dr. Jennifer Nichols. She's on North College Street. Call 734-5111. See how different a dental experience can be with Dr. Jennifer Nichols.
They done did it again. Gave a great deal and made a new friend. Where's this, you say? Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way. With first-class service and a spin of the wheel. For some extra gifts after your new car deal, check out the inventory at ChryslerofLawrenceburg.com and head on down to US 127 to the new Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg. Today is your deal of the day, and Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school softball Thursday night. It's at Center College as Boyle County takes on Scott County. 6 o'clock first pitch, a game we'll have on Z105. Couple of games on Friday night. First of all, Boyle County versus Anderson County baseball. 6 o'clock first pitch, a game we'll have on 103.9 FM WHIR. And the Cats open up the tournament against Providence. 7:10 tip-off. It's a 5:30 pregame. We'll have it on Z105, your home for the Cats.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by the new Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrodsburg, 540 North College Street, next to Timmy's 5 Point. Shop and save with Howard Carpenter.
We are going to see a few flurries till about 10 o'clock this morning. Then it will be cloudy through mid-morning. Then gradual clearing with a high of 42. Widespread frost after midnight tonight. Clear, a low of 21. For tomorrow, widespread frost before 10 a.m., sunny, high of 50. Partly cloudy Wednesday night and a low of 31. Partly sunny on Thursday, high of 60. Wind gusts to 23. You know it's going to bring something in. Showers Friday, mainly before 2, a high of 55. Mostly sunny on Saturday, high of 41. Mostly sunny Sunday, high of 41. Areas of frost on Monday, sunny, high of 49. Right now, we have cloudy skies, 30 degrees in Harrodsburg at 9:09. Good Tuesday morning to you. This is the 14th day of March. Ready, Rick? Glad to have you along on WHBN AM and FM, hometownlive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. Birthdays, anniversaries, road situations, and song requests can be done. 859-734-4321. 734-4321. That number works to register somebody for the DQ ice cream cake giveaway Friday morning before 10 o'clock for those having a birthday between the 11th and 17th. Alexis Simpson is our first registrant for the DQ ice cream cake. Birthdays for today. We have Gary Davis, John Tyler, Clay Rocky Sloan, Alexis Simpson, and Barbara Montgomery.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from Martina McBride. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Martina. We appreciate that. It's Pie Day, not P-I-E, P-I. National Potato Chip Day, National Save a Spider Day, Science Education Day, Legal Assistance Day, Learn About Butterflies Day, and Genius Day. Celebrate those accordingly. Your life hack says, want to get rid of a blood stain? Sponge the area with a mixture of 5% ammonia and 95% cold water, then wash like you normally would. Your positive thought says it takes courage to grow up and be who you really are. We're going to talk with Will Begley, superintendent of the Bergen Schools, right after this.
Now you know it's Tuesday, and we say hooray, 'cause at least it's Tuesday, and it's not Monday. The weekend's looking so far away, so there is nothing else I can say except it's Tuesday. Tuesday all day long, sing along. Yes, we know it's Tuesday, much to our dismay. But at least it's Tuesday, and it's not Monday. Next comes Wednesday, and then comes Thursday, and Friday too. But it's Tuesday today. Yes, it's Tuesday now, so don't have a cow. Because it is Tuesday.
All right, it is Tuesday. Let's see if we can get a hold of the man here.
Hello?
Is this Superintendent Will Begley?
Yes. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Superintendent of the Bergen Schools. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
For a man of my age and temperament, Will, I can only do so much.
I understand.
Well, give us the Will Begley story. How long you've been in education and where you have educated at?
Well, I'm finishing up my 6th year at Bergen. So, what was the question for that?
Where did you come from? How long you been in education, and where did you educate others at?
Oh, okay. I was. This will be my 31st year. Started out at the old Harrodsburg High School. Coached football and basketball and golf. Moved on to Boyle for 9 years after that. Worked for the Department of Education at KSD for 3 years, and the windy road brought me to Bergen.
All right. Will, what was it that attracted you about going to a place like Bergen Schools?
Well, I enjoyed my 10 years at Harrodsburg, independent district. You know, bigger's not always better. The one-on-one relationships at independent district. You know, we've got K through 12 all in one building, tight-knit little family atmosphere. Public school with a private school philosophy.
There you go. And, you know, the thing to me is, the ratio of students to teachers is like 11-1, if I'm not mistaken there. And you can actually, Will, see the kids grow up in the same school. And that has to be rewarding for a teacher because, we all come and go, and you go in different schools, different locations, and we lose track of each other. But here you can mark the progress from, like you said, in kindergarten through senior, and just watch the kids grow up and watch what influences that teachers have on them.
Yeah, that's true. Our seniors do a senior night in May on a Friday night, and the 30, 35, 40 kids are on the stage, and they're asked to step forward on the ones that went to school here from kindergarten through 12, and it's like 75% of them. So it's really neat.
Wow! Now you've got quite a gold star here, academic excellence, a four-star school district. Tell us what that's all about and what that means, Will.
So seems like every 3 or 4 years, the state decides they're going to grade schools a different way. So 3 or 4 years ago, when we had a different commissioner, they went by the star rating. So, we were deemed one of 7 districts in Kentucky to have all our schools as a 4-star or better, with 5 being the best. So that was a great accomplishment for our small school. Chris Lamont deserves a lot of credit there. He's our principal for the elementary, the middle, and the high. So I'd say he's probably the only principal in the state that can say he's the principal at 3 schools that are 4-star. So, again, he does a great job.
Wow, and you've got quite a few connections with Boyle County. That Chris was over at Boyle County once, and then you got another one, I believe, or two.
Yeah, Philip Dean's coaching our baseball team. Does a great job teaching special ed. Brent Wagner is our athletic director, another guy that does a great job in our special ed department. We got Emily Dart, who's our librarian. He does a great job. I'm trying to think. I don't want to miss anybody. But yeah, John Smith, he's our director of transportation and the maintenance. Assistant principal as well. But yeah, we've got, it's just, you've been in it 31 years, and Chris has been in it a bunch as well. You build relationships with people, and, it's just, you try to bring in talent. So, and that's what we've done.
And the teachers, Will, I'm sure, again, when you're in like you said, a close, tight-knit school like that, the teachers really have to care about what they're doing. And I think it can show in the jobs they do, and they want to stay and be around this, help build an independent school system.
Yeah. For whatever reason, people have come to Bergen. We've got a 2-week fall break, a 2-week spring break. We've been here 125 years. We just roll with the punches. Whatever the next accountability report card's coming out, we're gonna learn it and try to maximize our potential with it. I mean, we got a couple teachers that came this past summer for Lancaster Elementary. We've got a couple from Lawrenceburg. So, there's a reason you come to Bergen. Everybody's got their own different reason.
And again, 11-1, that's pretty good. And you know what? The best thing about that, Will, to me, is that is a huge advantage for our kids to be able to get more individual attention because, hey, they're our future.
Right. I agree. I thought you were calling me this morning to ask me who my March Madness pick was.
Oh, well, hey, we can do that too, Will. Who are you picking, by the way, since you brought it up?
Oh, I'm just kidding. Anybody but Kansas and Duke.
Okay. And North Carolina, throw them in there too.
Yeah.
We don't care nothing
staying at home.
Yeah. Like. Well, let's talk about something, a unique fundraising program, Art to Remember, that gives you the opportunity to purchase keepsake items with your child's artwork on them. What's that all about?
I'm not sure. Tell me more.
Okay.
Where did you see that?
I got that online. Every single keepsake order supports the school's art program. It says this semester the school's participating. The arttoremember.com, search for your child's name, enter the online order code, and upload artwork from home and start shopping.
I'm not sure. That's probably just a fundraiser for our art department.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. And what kind of, if somebody's not familiar, Will, what kind of activities and what kind of courses do you offer at Bergen?
Well, we just your typical, your 4 core subjects in the high school. We are a partner with the Trailblazer College Career Academy over in Harrodsburg. We are with Frankfort Independent, Anderson County, Mercer, KSD, where kids have pathways they can go over there and be a completer. Let's see, they got electrical, carpentry, auto shop, welding. They've got a couple nursing pathways. And they just started a manufacturing pathway this year. So it's really good. We send 25 to 30 kids over there that spend some part of the day, and some of those classes are full, and there's a waiting list. I know welding is a big draw, but anytime you can get your kids out of the building in a real life situation, real work experience, it's always better.
Oh, yeah. When you can actually, instead of just sitting there reading out of a book or watching a film or something, when you actually can get out, like you said, and do hands-on, and you can, I think, to me, I've always been quicker to learn something if I can actually jump in there and do it rather than just sit there and read about it.
Yeah. And it's hard to get kids out of their comfort zone, and early on that was a struggle, but getting some kids over there. We just took a freshman class over there last week to show them, let them walk around and tour, get them excited about, maybe take some classes there next year.
We got something interesting coming up. St. Patrick's Day is Friday. Shamrock Shuffle for grades 4 and 5. You're always doing some different things in the schools to keep the kids involved and keep them growing.
Yeah, always, teachers do a good job of tying activities to the theme of that week, whether it's Valentine's Day or, like you said, St. Patrick's Day. But it's always interesting when you never know what you're going to get, because you like I said, K through 12, you got different levels doing different things. We've got a great speaker coming in today to talk to our, I think 6th grade and up about the dangers of vaping. So we're looking forward to that. Just provide opportunities for our kids to grow.
You got every other school system. They have, different places where elementary goes. You have different places where, and I'll tell you my age, we call them junior high. Now it's middle school, and then high schools. They're all going all over the place. Here in one school, do you see that the older kids kind of watch out for the younger ones because they all kind of grow up together?
Oh, yeah. You'll see it every day. You'll see a high school senior walking down the hallway, and there might be a student in the kindergarten, 1st grade walking with them. That we've not had any issues. Everybody, they might be a neighbor or a cousin. We've got high schoolers working in our preschool program. It's just, it really is a neat experience for our kids.
And you've got preschool screenings coming up for the 23-24 school year. They'll be June 13th, 14th, July 26th. Students must be 3 years of age by August 1st of this year. So you've got that coming up. You're always trying to keep the kids right there at home. And Will, with the way kids can seemingly just transfer around, what do you think the future of that is? How do you think that's going to affect schools?
Well, last year's Bill 563, students can now go anywhere they want and the money follows. It's always been like that kind of. This is now legal. Parents always in this time of year are shopping their kids to see what's best for their kids, what school is the best for their kids based on programs. And there's lots of good schools in this area. You try to find a couple things that you can hang your hat on and hopefully draw students to your school. For us, it's the small family-like atmosphere. Our state assessment is second to none in this area. ACT scores are always in the top 2 of high schools in this area. But again, parents pick what's best for their own kids, and I've got no problem with that. The bill that you were talking about, they're trying to make it where now you don't have to sit out a year for athletics. Senate Bill 145, I think it's called. It removes the athletics provision from the open enrollment. So basically, you can play basketball at one school as a high schooler, and then next year go to another school and not have to sit out without moving. So that's a bill that's out there. So we're keeping a close eye on that.
Now that probably would hurt you more because, again, you don't have the size numbers as a Boyle County, a Mercer County, other schools like that. So like you said, all you can do is offer the positives and the pluses of a smaller school district and more attention to each student, because in big schools, a lot of times we become a number and not a name.
True. But when you talk about leaving a school to go to another school to play athletics. Well, think about it. If you're the 7th, 8th, or 9th person on that basketball bench, is that what you want to do? Or do you want to go to another school where you can play immediately?
Yeah.
So that's something parents will have to filter out.
And Will, you've just had a big addition onto the school here. You've gotten bigger and better. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we added 2 years ago. We added 10,000 square feet cafeteria and kitchen. Then we renovated a couple bathrooms. We renovated the old cafeteria and kitchen, turned it into our intermediate wing, 4 classrooms. Luckily, that we did that about 3 years ago, prior to COVID. Now it would have cost, I think, twice as much to build that same footprint. So last I heard, it was something like $328 a square foot to build a school.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Boy, and you talk timing is everything for you all, and you got it in just under the wire.
We did.
And I don't think, Will, that people really comprehend how tough it is for an independent school like you have in Bergen to be able to compete against the other schools. But it's just, you've done a miraculous, everybody, all your teachers, your staff, everybody involved to keep this school, independent school, running and thriving and surviving, especially with things we've been going through here last few years.
Yeah, and it's a testament to the community here. I mean, you look at it, prior to COVID, in 2019, we had record number. We had like 527 students, which was a record for us. A lot of kids went to homeschool during the pandemic, and they're slowly making their way back into the building.
Well, that's good. Again, like you said, that's a tight-knit community there in Bergen. It's a fun little town, and you just keep on offering programs and try to offer and the best thing you can, and then try to keep the best teachers, because again, that's a unique situation that you all have there. Nobody else can touch that student teacher ratio like you all have. That's pretty special.
Yeah, we enjoy it. Or like I said, our teachers they do a great job. And it really is a unique little learning community.
Will, you got any final things that you want to say? Any final comments?
No, not at all. Just enjoyed talking to you this morning, Rick, and call us anytime.
Okay, great. We always appreciate it. And anything comes up, Will, you need to talk about, the phone line's always open to you.
Thank you, Rick.
All right. Thank you, Will.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's Will Bagley. He's the superintendent of Bergen Independent Schools. And we have Tanya Schroeder. She's going to be coming up after the news. She may be even singing. I don't know. We'll find out.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
It's Chastity at ADA Heating and Air. Contacting us just got easier. Check us out online at adaheatingandair.com to get information on services and products we offer, schedule service, set up an estimate. You can even fill out a credit application for financing and let us know how we did with our satisfaction survey. Call us at 859-519-6382.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
At Suttles Tree Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Suttles Tree Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Suttles Tree Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, we'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Suttles Tree Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming, cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Suttles Tree Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business, a family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Suttles Tree Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit SuttlesTreeCare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Suttles Tree Care. Get the best for less.
Would you like to receive a free gift? Refer a friend or family member to Farmers National Bank and receive your free gift. It's simple. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com. And when your friend opens a Farmers National Bank checking account, you receive a free gift. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's here. It's open. It's what you need to get through your day. It's Starbucks, now in Harrodsburg, located at the Campbellsville University behind the clock tower. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Starbucks, it's the coffee for connoisseurs and the comfort for your daily tours. Starbucks in Harrodsburg.
We are 10 seconds out of 9:30. We'll have K&N News. We'll have your weather forecast. And Tanya Schroeder from Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home right here on WHBN AM and FM.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Legalizing sports wagering in Kentucky, that's what House Bill 551 would do if it becomes law. For the second year in a row, such a bill has passed the House. Sponsor Representative Michael Meredith.
Not only have 6 of our 7 border states done that, but 46 counties of the 120 counties in Kentucky border a state that has legalized sports wagering within their borders. And you literally just have to drive across the county line or cross the river to go take part in their programs.
The bill now heads to the state Senate, where last year's similar bill was voted down. LGBTQ plus advocates and Louisville area Democrats banding together on Monday, denouncing 2 bills in the Kentucky legislature, which they say will significantly impact the LGBTQ plus community. State Representative Morgan McGarvey.
These bills aren't going to help anybody. All they're going to do is cause pain. Threatening to eradicate and eliminate transgender people from existence is hateful. It is disturbing. It is flat out wrong.
House Bill 470 would effectively prohibit gender transition services for anyone under the age of 18, while Senate Bill 115 would label drag shows as adult entertainment, prohibiting them on public property or where children could view them. Audio courtesy WLKY TV. Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell out of the hospital. The U.S. Senate Minority Leader's office has announced he was discharged yesterday. The 81-year-old was hospitalized after tripping and falling during a private dinner at a hotel in Washington, D.C. last week. He was treated for a concussion and a minor rib fracture. He's now undergoing physical therapy at an inpatient rehab facility before returning home. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Progressive presents 10 things on a food truck owner's to-do list that are harder than getting a commercial auto insurance quote. Stocking the fridge, prepping the stations, finding employees that get along well, finding employees that actually do their job. Looking at you, Gary. Balancing the books, balancing the flavors, having a fresh menu and fresh produce and fresh meat, but never a fresh mouth. But the easiest thing on a small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you can save on commercial auto insurance. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Big Deals Online Store. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big discounts. Save 20 to 30 to 50% every day at hometownlive.net.
We've got a chance of flurries till 10. Cloudy through mid-morning, gradual clearing, high of 42. Widespread frost after midnight tonight. Clear, low of 21. Widespread frost before 10 tomorrow. Sunny, high of 50. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low of 31. Partly sunny on Thursday, high of 60, wind gust to 23. Right now, under mostly cloudy skies, we have 31 degrees in Harrodsburg at 9:33.5. My guest is Tanya Schroeder from Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm pretty good, thanks.
Yes.
Got a lot of sinus going on, but wind and the weather's not helping me.
Yeah. Well, I asked you off air how Larry the Legend Sanders was doing because Larry was not able to come in last Friday. He normally joins me and we have a
Yeah.
guest. And how's he feeling?
I think he's feeling better.
Good.
Yeah, we had a virus we like to share, so
Oh, yeah.
it's been through my family, and unfortunately, I probably gave it to Larry, and then I believe he's given it to Joe. So, but it lasts about 24 hours, but you feel bad about 48 hours.
So what are the symptoms? What have you gone through?
Just pretty much throwing up. I threw up about, I don't know, 9-10 times that one day. And then, so the next day I was just pretty exhausted.
Well, yeah.
And just sore. Oh my gosh, my ribs were so sore. And then I don't know what happened, but it's like I stopped throwing up, and then the head and the sinus and everything hit. And I'm still trying to get over that. And that's been over probably a week and a half, maybe about a week and a half.
Wow.
Something like 2 weeks, something
and
like that.
The weather, again, we're just all over the place. It's going to be 21 tonight. We're looking at 42, 50 tomorrow, 60 on Thursday, and then a high Saturday come 41.
Yeah, and then but you said 60 Thursday. You said 23 miles
an hour
23
wind.
winds.
Yeah. Yes.
So that wind is what's killing us.
Yeah, we did Joe and I broadcast the Danville-Bergen baseball game last night.
Oh, it was cold.
It was, because they got us up on a perch. At one time, we were able to be in the press box. That was when a guy named Gary was in the press box and was doing a lot of the PA announcing. Yeah, you know him. But then
they built a new one, or
well, what they did was they put two stair landings up, and they put us on a perch out in front of the press box.
Oh, so you're outside.
So we're outside up
instead
high.
Of being in.
Right. Where what they did when we weren't allowed in the press box anymore, there's not enough room, I guess, at the end.
Yeah, it's
they
pretty tight up there.
They put us down below on the ground right behind home plate, which wasn't a bad place to be, but now we're up, which being up high is a better vantage point. But that wind was coming straight at us last night. I mean, it wasn't even coming sideways. And when the wind came, man, it was a biting wind. It was cold.
Yeah, that's how it's been. That wind has just been so cold and just terrible. Like, we would have some nice days if it wasn't for the wind.
A couple weeks ago, did y'all have any wind damage from?
We lost a couple of trees as far as at my house, because we're surrounded by woods, but I think those trees were dead anyway, so that was okay. Yeah. And then didn't have any damage at the funeral home. Messed up our phone lines pretty bad. It took about, golly, almost a week, I guess, for our phones to get to. It was real weird. Sometimes they would ring, sometimes they wouldn't. If you called it from a cell phone, it wouldn't work. If you called it from a landline, it would work. And then it was just really odd. But but our phones are now, we're back to business as usual now. So
now this, you mentioning trees, and this hit me yesterday. This life hack, and I wanted to share this with you at urineabeas.com. I don't know if it's exactly how you pronounce it, but you can buy biodegradable urns that contain a tree seed and are designed to get nutrients from your ashes. When you die, you can be turned into a tree.
Yeah, we actually have, we call them, I think we call them living urns at the funeral home. And we actually have a sample of one there on site. And, but yeah, we can get those. And actually, I think ours come with a tree, once the, excuse me, once the death has occurred, they can pick whatever type of tree, and then we order it with that. And then, yeah, like you said, you plant, I think, the cremains, and then you plant the tree on top. And
wow,
yeah,
I never really, it struck me before I'd heard of anything like that. But again, it's for a lot of people, it's a nice tribute.
A lot of people like that idea. So
yeah, so you pick their favorite tree or your favorite tree, and it's a way to honor them. And how neat.
Yeah.
Speaking of honoring, one thing we haven't really talked about was, do you fool much with pets? Do you have people that want to do some things with pets with the funeral home?
We do. We don't, not so much with the funeral home as much as we do with the monument company.
Okay.
And we actually have a pet division called Four Paws Pet Memorials. And we actually lost Titan was our dog. Well, it was Taylor's dog, but he kind of after she went to college, he became our dog. But he died. Gosh, I can't even remember. But anyway, but in the last month, so he was still here when we talked the last time.
Right.
But he died not long after that, and so I just thought it would be kind of a nice thing to talk about because it's something I just went through, and but we do have a Four Paws Pet Memorial, and we offer some different options for you, if your pet does die.
Okay, what is available there? Because again, this is kind of foreign to me. This is again, people I don't think, Tanya, understand that don't have pets, that pets are really kids to us. Those of us that do have pets, they're like kids.
They are. It's true.
They're a real part of the family, too.
Yeah, they really are. They're, like you said, just like a part of the family. I mean, with us, if you go on vacation, you're getting a pet sitter. Just like if you were going to leave your kids, you had to have a babysitter. And we always had to make sure somebody could stay at our house because Titan, he had a lot of anxiety. So he didn't do well going to kennels, or we usually had to have somebody come stay with him. And he was a funny dog. But we offer we have different types of monuments because a lot of people would like to. I know a lot of people do cremation like for their pets, and we can also help with that, if they don't want to go through their vet or if their vet doesn't offer it. But we can help with that. And then we do have some different types of monuments, little markers and things that you want to just place out. And I was just thinking of that yesterday. I thought, gosh, I need to get a marker for Titan. I've got one from our first dog, Frosty, when she died. And so I need to get one for Titan too that we can just sit out like in our landscape.
Oh, we all lose track of time, and it's hard to go back and remember things when we lost pets, when we kind of had the pets, and this is a great way to try to remember and honor the memory of pets. Again, they're like kids. They really are. They're excited when you come home, and just like the kids are, and
sure.
They love the attention And again, it's traumatic for a lot to have to go into a kennel, go into a place that they're not used to and they're confined to. That would be.
Yeah, I think Titan is probably the first one to ever escape from the kennel that we had him at one time when we were going on a vacation. We took him and Taylor's other dog, Raider, to a kennel, and I think by the time the week had ended, they had tried 3 different types. He had come out of all of them and finally had to get one with a lid and then just kind of keep him separate because he had such anxiety issues. He's so funny. Huh. But then we also offer, a lot of times I'll see people on Facebook who've lost their pet, and I'll try to send them a message, and we send them a gift from our Four Paws. So if I've got a picture, then I usually try to send, a gift and just to let them know we're thinking of them. And it's just a little bit of a memorabilia to help remember their cat, whether it's a cat, a dog, a horse, anything.
We've all had pets. It's such a rough time when we lose one. When I lost my cat, Ginger, I didn't want another pet. And then the best thing I can do, because you don't want to try to replace the one you lost because it doesn't work and it's not the same. One suggestion I would make is say if you had a girl dog or cat, go to the male. If you do get another one, get a male because they act so differently.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm allergic to cats. So now Gary's had he grew up with cats, but I never did because my mom was allergic when we were kids, so we never had them. And so I didn't know I was allergic until I started dating Gary, and his cat would come around and it was rough on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I know cats are so different than dogs.
Oh,
just
yes.
their personalities and things, and some don't want to be bothered, and some just want to be all over you, and they'll find the one that is allergic about every time. It seems like.
And the people say, "Oh, the cats aren't loving." Yeah, they are. It depends on how you react with your pets, with the cats too. Because I've always had one stayed in the house, never went out, and in fact, my cat now, Curly. Every night we'd have the same routine. He's always waiting for me to go to bed. I'd lay down, and he has to lay right across my upper chest here. It's a regular routine. It's been like that for last like 3 months or something like that. It was never been, but he always lays down and sleeps next to us, especially me. He lays on my left leg. Always wants to be right there. But now, for some reason, he wants to just lay on my chest.
Maybe your heartbeat helps him sleep.
I don't know. He just likes that attention. He's sort of getting more, what's the word I want to use when they
dependable or
they're getting, he's more clingy. It seems like here lately. And especially like we go on vacation, leave him there at the house. But it's just like we come back and he's hoarse from crying so much, he's just so used
sad.
to, yeah. He's so, again, you talk about getting clingy. That's what he does. I'll sit in my chair. He jumps up there and he lays down and he waits for me to get my legs crossed, and so he can lay right down there, and he'll lay there and sleep. Sometimes I have to wake him up. It's when I have to go do something or go to the bathroom or something. I have to wake him up to get down. I
know, isn't that funny? Because I know I've done that with Titan. He used to like to get up on the recliner or something and just lay next to you, and you don't want to move because they're so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's funny how, like you said, they're just like if we'd had another child. That's what they are.
They are, and they're good company, dogs and cats. I'm more partial to cats because that's what we've always had around the house. We've always
I'm
just
the
had
other
cats.
way, so we've always had dogs.
Yeah, it's whatever. But one thing I like is if you don't have a fenced-in yard with a dog, you got to put them on a leash. You got to walk them no matter what temperature, no matter if it's freezing rain, if it's snowing, if it's whatever it's doing out there.
Yeah, and Titan, he did like to roam a lot. Now, when we lived in Harrodsburg, we would chain him a lot of times. And then when we moved to Danville, we got the underground fence, and that helped a lot. And so he could have, because we have almost about 3 acres, but probably about 1.5 to 2 is not wooded. Mm-hmm. So he had a good area to kind of hang around in and that sort of thing.
When I lived in Danville, I would go out walking. I came around on my street. I came around the corner one day, huge German Shepherd sitting right out in the yard. I'm like, oh my goodness.
No, what?
What do I, and it's just looking at me, growling a little. And I found out that it had invincible fencing.
so he wasn't getting far.
So he couldn't go because they had the collar, and then they have that. I was like, oh my goodness, because big dogs, I've never been real comfortable around big dogs,
right.
Especially the German Shepherds and the pit bulls and stuff. Those things can really.
Well, and if you're not, like you said, you're not familiar with dogs, and they can
sense when you're not comfortable.
If, now probably about the 20th time you've walked, then you're probably good. Like, hey, buddy, and just go on. But yeah, I can understand those first couple of times.
If somebody's just joined us now, tell us again about the with the Monument Company with the pets and what's in case they caught the end of the us talking about this.
Yeah, we have our Sandwell Monument Company is our monument company. We have a division called the Four Pets Memorial Company, and we offer monuments. We offer urns, even if you want like an urn to put the cremains in. We can also help you with I don't say disposal, but if you want your animal cremated or if you want it buried, we can help with all that.
Right.
And you just give us a call at 859-734-4954 is the monument company. And then you can always call the funeral home. And Lee or I can help you. It's 859-734-3361.
When I think of Sandwell, I always remember Lee's commercial, Sandwell Monument Company. He had that soft voice. Yeah. We haven't had run that for a while here.
Oh, okay.
But he did the commercial for it.
Huh.
That's always stuck with me. Sandwell Monument Company.
Yep. Yeah, we can help with all your monument needs, but also, like I said, we can help with your pet needs too.
My guest is Tanya Schroeder from Alexander Rhodey Funeral Home. We're going to take a time out here, pay some bills, and we'll be back with more. You can stick around, can't you? You can stick around.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you were talking to me.
All right. We'll be back. It is 9:49. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM.
Royal Flush Piping is proud to announce their new septic tank pumping service. Health departments recommend septic tanks be pumped every 3 to 5 years based on home occupancy. Regular pumping keeps your septic system operating and avoids backups and rotten smells. Should you need excavation and location service, it's available for an additional fee. Call now to schedule a pumping.
If you're looking for a plumber you can trust, pick up the phone and call Royal Flush. 859-319-1286.
Call now to schedule a pumping.
Available 24 hours a day so you don't have to wait. Call the plumbing pros at Royal Flush Piping at 859-319-1286.
I'm tired of working on my old worn-out farm equipment.
Hey, have you been over to County Equipment yet?
No, where's that at?
They're the guys over at Exit 48 off the Bluegrass Parkway.
Well, I can't afford to buy new equipment.
They got the biggest selection of used equipment I've seen anywhere.
Stop by County Equipment and check out their large selection of no-till seed drill, hay equipment, manure spreaders, and 3-point attachment. Give them a call at 502-839-7373. CountyEquipment.com.
My name is Chase Harrington, and I'm from Nicholsville, Kentucky. I've been singing for about 7 years. When I got into performance, I came to Studio G. I've been learning how to look good on stage, how to bring out my voice more in the songs that I sing, how to get confidence. I hear an immense difference in my voice compared to when I started coming here.
Studio G is the performing arts place. To learn more, call 859-734-4394. Studio G. The G stands for growth.
The 20th Annual Mercer County Farm City Celebration will be held on Monday, March 20th at the Stable. The featured speaker this year will be UK Agricultural Economics Extension Specialist Dr. Steve Isaacs. Tickets are $12 per person and can be purchased from the primary sponsors: Chamber of Commerce, Conservation Extension, or Farm Bureau. The following made sponsorship donations: Taylor Bell's Ice Cream, Central Kentucky Ag Credit, Commonwealth Credit Union, Community Trust, Farm Credit Mid-America, Farmers National Bank, First Financial Bank, Monticello Bank, and Whitaker Bank.
With spring in the air, you're ready to explore the outdoors. Come park it in Kentucky. The Bluegrass State's 45 diverse parks offer everything you want in a spring vacation. Hike a forest trail, paddle clear water, enjoy a horseback ride, or simply sit back, take a deep breath, soak up the sights and sounds of nature. What could be better than that? Kentucky residents can enjoy more for less with discounted rates for the best outdoor adventure, camping, lodging, golf, and more. Go to parks.ky.gov.
It's here. It's open. It's what you need to get through your day. It's Starbucks, now in Harrodsburg, located at the Campbellsville University behind the clock tower. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Starbucks, it's the coffee for connoisseurs and the comfort for your daily tours. Starbucks in Harrodsburg.
It's 9:52, 8 minutes in front of 10 o'clock. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM. My guest is Tanya Schroeder from Alexander and Rhodey Funeral Home. And Tanya, we were talking off mic that we haven't really talked a lot lately about caskets, and let's talk about those and what kind of options and what kind of, is that still in vogue? People obviously still get caskets, and how have they changed over the years?
Well, they've changed probably in style, maybe, but basically, you know, there are two types of caskets. You've got your wood and you have your steel. And then you've got, like in your steel caskets come as a sealer or a non-sealer, and that just means that either they completely seal or they don't. And but a lot of the things, I guess are kind of different is mainly with, you know, cremation, because people sometimes think cremation is just final, that you know, you have the death occurs, you cremate them, and the family picks them up or they bury them, and that's it. But that's not really it. You can be embalmed, have a funeral. You know, we have caskets that are called rental caskets, and then you can have your funeral, and then, you know, instead of going to the cemetery, then we would go to the crematory. Of course, there still offers, you know, the direct cremation, and then I've lost my train of thought. But so a lot of people don't understand that, hey, I could still be embalmed, I could still have a viewing, have friends and family, and then I can still be cremated, you know, instead of being buried. But then on your caskets, like I said, a lot of times, people will come in and they'll go, "Hey, we want the same thing we did for mom or dad." If it's for the husband or if dad had died, 20 years ago and now mom has died, we want the same thing we have for dad. Well, we can usually either get maybe that same casket, or sometimes there's one that's always similar to it because they do evolve a little, but mainly in maybe we offer more colors, and then just shapes and hardware, those types of things.
And
are kind of different.
And I guess when you have people that are heavy, real heavy, that has to be taken in consideration too,
right?
With the caskets to fit, because you don't want them to look like
we'll have to go. We'll have to go like to an oversize, and then we measure you. It's usually from elbow to elbow, and then we try to figure out which size then would make you most comfortable. Because like you said, you don't want to be in there squished. Nobody wants to see you full, full.
Yeah, for viewing, they want it to be as natural as possible.
Correct.
And that's something too that's changed over the years is funerals, where it used to be everybody was in suits and ties, and even the person who passed away, they were always dressed up. It seemed like, but if that's not natural, if that's not the way they were. And people don't need to have to do that. Make them to honor them the way they actually.
We've put them in. We've had them in pajamas, shorts, t-shirts, jackets, just about everything. What I always tell my families, if we're, if it's going to be an embalming, it's going to be a viewing, is to, when they decide on the clothes, is to bring me what they wore with those clothes. Because, a lot of men always wore T-shirt underneath their shirts, or they always wore their sleeves rolled up. Let me know those things so we can roll your sleeves up. If you never wore a belt, well, then I don't want to put a belt on. You never tucked in your shirt, then I don't want to tuck in your shirt. And then, we've done blue jeans, overalls, nightgowns, pajamas, just, about anything. We try to do whatever the family asks.
And it's okay if people puts keepsakes, mementos in the casket with them.
Yep, that's good too. We had one not too long ago, and they put her cell phone in there with her. So, wow. And I'm pretty sure that might have been my first cell phone. But yeah, you have to be reasonable. We can't put any firearms or things like that in with somebody. I mean, I guess we could, but we probably would do that right when everything was finished. We're not going to have it out there to be displayed.
Sitting in there.
I mean, unfortunately, people, whether it's your family or not, they'll still take things.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, we, if it's doable, we try to do whatever you ask. So
and that really has changed over the years. It's gotten more relaxed and to again honor the person. And I've seen motorcycle, if they were part of motorcycle clubs, the people come in and dressed up in their leather jackets or whatever.
Right, and we'll have the motorcycles even lead us to the cemetery. We will, instead of getting a hearse, if you've got that favorite pickup truck, or it was Dad's old pickup truck or Dad's trailer and tractor, we've led with tractors. We've put them on the back of flatbeds, pickup trucks, and of course, the fire. If it's a fireman, they'll usually put them on the fire truck,
the back of a fire
and
truck,
we'll lead with fire trucks. So we, of course, we always have a police escort, but lead with the police, lead with motorcycles, lead with tractors, just whatever you want. The options, I guess, are endless.
So whatever, again, to honor that person is the most important thing,
right? And we've had them bring in, the full fire gear or their a plow, those old fashioned plows that they used to have.
Yeah.
Trees, if they were a lineman or a tree cutter or something, Yeah, boots, just anything that has to do with that person.
And when in need, Tanya, you all are available 24/7, nights, weekends, holidays. What's the phone number that?
Yeah, you should be able to call 859-734-3361 and should be able to reach anyone 24 hours a day. And of course, we're also on Facebook, and we have a website, www.alexanderandroyalty.com.
Very good. Tanya Schroeder, thank you. Always look forward to seeing you each month here on the Alexander Royalty Funeral Home spot.
All right. Thank you. We
All
enjoy
right.
it.
Well, I'll tell you what, kids, I see that my time is up. Thank you very much for your time. God bless our troops. God bless America. God bless you. God bless Ukraine and all those hurting and suffering. May the most you want be the least you get. This is Radio Rick. I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning at 6. Hope you can join me then. Hope you can stick and stay. Ashley Blake will be in the air chair coming up after the 10 o'clock news. Happy birthday greetings go out to Gary Davis, John Tyler, Clay Rocky Sloan, Alexis Simpson, and Barbara Montgomery. Get out and enjoy this day the Lord has given us. Here's a friend to tell you more stuff.
This is WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, broadcasting on AM 1420 and now FM 99.